conversation. Gorex Corner in the flesh. Welcome. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
I'm good, guys. Look at they are making noise,
Good
and then Gorex
evening.
just walks. Gorex just walks, and she's just so soft and mellowed. You make me feel. You make me look bad.
Good evening, everyone.
Me and my noise making. And guys, if you're watching this live stream from Gorex Corner, type a comment, and then I'll be able to see it on my side, and then I'll be able to read it out for her because when she's on panel, she may not be able to be seeing all your chats. Yeah, guys, please, we have to support our partner. Yes, yeah, I like already the reaction here. So this is from Sam Kendiri Magoha. Sam Kendiri says, guys, we have to support our partner. Women are great and powerful. Treat them right, and they will use it in your favor, 100%. So Sam, does your wife? Because I know you have your wife there. Does your wife support your YouTube content creation? Because I always see you making videos in the house. Where is normally your partner when you're making these videos? That is the big question I'm going to ask you. Yeah, because you scream. Sam Kendri Magoy is always screaming in his videos, and I'm always wondering where are the people in that house? Because yeah, so that is very crucial to know. Very crucial to know. Yeah, Anthony Holmes is also here. My channel member is also here. Anthony Holmes, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. I want to Gorex Kona introduce herself. Gorex Kona is not only my she's not only my channel member, but she also happens to be my amazing sister. She's going to tell you where she's originally from. She's based in the United Kingdom right now, where she lives with her family. She's going to tell you what she does. She's currently
The network.
Sorry, Gorex, I think I got lost there for a minute. I told you. Yeah, we've been pushing this conversation for the last 1 month because of, but then I had to travel, and then I came back, and Gorex was busy at work. But eventually, the universe decreed that we have to do this conversation today. So I'm so honored to have her on the panel. And thank you so much, Gorex, and welcome to my amazing space and my amazing community. You're already familiar to most of my people because you are always on the chat. So it's not like I have to introduce you. But yeah, just a nice quick introduction. Tell us who you are. Who is Gorex Corner? Yeah, take it away. They're tired of listening to me. They want to listen to the beautiful lady on the screen.
I'm sorry, let me just give me a minute.
No worries. Yes. You see, this is part of the conversation. Content creation, she has to deal with the family, and so on. I'm not sure tonight as my kids are sick right now. Oh, so sorry, Kuya Bichoy. Have they seen a doctor? So sorry about it. Gorex, you're ready? Gorex, you're ready? Awesome. Take it away.
Okay, welcome. I'm ready. Okay, good evening, everyone. And happy. I wanted to say happy weekend. I thought it's weekend. Good evening, everyone. My name is Gorex, and it's my would I say YouTube handle. I'm a Nigerian based in the UK. I'm a mother of 3, and 2 girls and 1 boy. I've got 2 young adults in uni, and I work as a healthcare provider. And I do community storm, which are people that obviously work on some medications that needs to be stopped by clients. Client that's been in the long medication. So there's a way that we work with them to have their medication being reduced, and if possible, it can be stopped. It's just a reduction of medication to too long life of medication that people are taking. So I work with adults and people with autism. And I have a YouTube channel, which you already know, Gorex Corner. And my purpose of obviously creating the channel was also to express some of my views, things I know how to do, how I can help some people out there, relationship wise, how you can obviously have a self-awareness of yourself, and also, kind of work with boundaries around yourself and with others as well. There's a lot that I actually do on my channel. So if you're interested, you can pop in and also support. Thank you very much. I met Goga a couple of I don't know, but I say months ago, which has been nice. So, and he's been very supportive, helping in one way or the other that one needs support. So he's a great supporter. I think I have said enough.
Very, very, very great. Amazing grandma. Nice to see you. Amazing grandma is on the other side of Gorek Skoda. Thank you so much. I can see your chat there. Amazing grandma's channel. Another amazing human being there. Thank you so much. Nice to see you, Farmer Isa. Gorex, you said something very profound there about you work a lot in the space of boundaries. Would you maybe care to elaborate more about this? Because I think that's it's a buzzword that I see being thrown a lot, especially in the mental health circles. Yes, I'm just curious before I move on to the next question I have.
Yeah, about boundaries, it's actually just good for us to know boundaries with things, and with people that we're talking to, dealing with. You never can know their mental health. Sometimes you just think you're dealing with someone who is, would I say, up out there. You can't
Yeah.
really tell by look. And you need to obviously be conscious of the word, your utterances. You don't know how long it's going to go. Some people will be able to receive it when you say it, or they want to put up a good face. But the moment you turn back, there's something that is running through them. And once they are indoor, they could be in their own shell, which would, they will start hearing voices or thinking they are not good for themselves. But whoever have said that word wouldn't know how long their words has gone to
Yeah.
individuals. So it's actually good to obviously know your boundaries with every individual, kind of have a good relationship. Then you know the kind of words you can throw around them, and now
Mm.
they receive it, maybe personal or they don't.
Wow. Okay. And speaking of boundaries, one of the deepest questions I've been getting, especially in this space, YouTube itself. You and I met on YouTube, and I know you're a very active live streamer, especially when it comes to some of these issues, just the talks around some of our relationships, especially with other people. It may not necessarily be our family, but it will also even be our colleagues, our workmates, our it could be the person in the next at the grocery store next to our where we are staying. Boundaries also like is a very great topic, especially when it comes to YouTube or any social media, because one of the things Momo's world is here. Momo, for example, let me use Momo as an example because she just walked in. So Momo, like for example, she's not only my channel member, but she's also one of the few people I have met in person. When I met Momo literally came to a hotel where I was. Welcome, JMC. Came to a hotel where I was, and the husband dropped her off because we were going to do a collaborative live stream. And she was like one of the first people I did a live stream with. And it was very interesting because somebody on the channel asked me, "So you mean somebody's husband dropped their wife and left like his wife with you for like 3 hours to make content?" Like that's already like a conversation around that, because most people, especially in this space, they don't share, they tend to be very private. We don't share so much about our families, because when you are making content on YouTube, sometimes you also like establishing boundaries, in a sense, because there are certain things when you start a channel, there's a certain message you want to take out there. But sometimes you find that the boundaries sometimes are not so clear. Like what just happened now, I know that somebody interrupted you briefly. That you are in your house, you are enjoying your leave, but you have members of the family around you who can, occasionally interrupt your whatever you are doing.
Yeah.
So that brings us then to the conversation about our families, our spouses, our partners, whatever you call it. Most of us have gotten into trouble even with our partners, just in the spirit of making content.
Yes.
And I kept on telling Momo that, your husband could have suspected a lot of things, but for him to have been confident enough to leave you with me for 3 hours, for us to be on live stream for 3 hours, it shows there's some bit of support that is going on there. But most people don't really enjoy this particular support from their partners, their spouses. Most of them, in fact, their partners look at our content creation as like, it's like chaos. Like you're not attending to your other duties because you're wasting time on YouTube, you're wasting time on live stream, you're wasting time, I don't know, watching videos. Hey Sniper bro, so how do we like establish these boundaries without also like upsetting the private lives we live, especially on a space like this? It's a very loaded question, and I know I know you get asked this a lot, especially in your space. How do you like navigate the boundaries between As being content creators, we have families, we have partners who may not really approve of what we do, or who may even be very supportive of what you do. But again, you also don't want to drag into this space. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for your question. Um, it falls in three, I would I say, couple of categories. If
Yeah.
you've made your research before you start your thing, it could help you to pave way into um maybe relating that to your family. But what I did, I told them this is what I wanted to do, and I make sure I don't have the very younger ones at home anymore. So, like I said, I've got two younger daughters that are in uni, so I don't
Yeah.
need to always spoon feed them. I only have the one that usually, I'm sure you must have heard me one or two times. Once he knows I
Yes.
set the camera, that's when he wants their phone or something. So, but one thing is, I've actually kind of communicate my what I do to them in the
Mm-hmm.
house. They know. So, did I carry them along from the beginning? Yes, I did discuss with them. Even when I wanted to create the name for the channel, you know,
Yeah.
try to combine my name and everything. So my children also got involved in all in would I say creating the name, the handle name. So they know it got to a
Okay.
stage where they start
Yeah.
calling me that just to make fun of it, and it kind of got is talking to me. So not that they are not aware, they are aware, and they will tell you they support you. Mostly, majority of them will say they support you. But my thing is, for how long? That's where we might not actually look into. Like, do I support
Yeah.
you, Goga? Yes, I do. But how long would I be able to support you? I might not know. It depends on if life happens. It depends. But so how am I also handling it when I really don't feel supported? They might feel they are supporting
Absolutely.
me 100%, but how do I feel? And also, each time I want to do some things, most of the time right now, I do have a discussion, or it's like I'm giving them a warning. Do you know what it means? Like,
Yeah.
I'm telling them,
Yeah.
I want to record, I've got a life. I keep telling people that, oh, no, and if you what I do also is also to know their program, if they will need to use the space where I usually use them. It's just making
Mhm.
sure that you're not always getting on their nerves.
Absolutely. Yeah. I like what you said because you have to give them an alert that you are going to get into their space.
Yeah,
Because you're in a family space, you're in a I know some of us here when you have to do live streams, like you have to clear my area, like no one is going to be in my area until I'm done with my live stream. so
yeah,
so there's also that aspect, and they have to like work around your schedule, which is like one of those things that especially as a family we have to navigate. What would you say has been, but I like the fact that you say you actually, of course, you informed your family, you informed your spouse, and they kind of know what to expect, so they're not like really ambushed. Do you inform them of a schedule? Think of the time maybe you are looking for where we had to be crazy to be on live stream, like pretty much every day you have to be like online because you're looking for watch hours or something like that. That takes a lot of time. How did you like navigate, especially that period when you are like really have to be active, especially on a space such as YouTube? Hey, Yemi DYI channel, welcome. I can see Yemi on the other side. Welcome.
okay, thank you. Initially, I don't know anything about the WH. Like I said, if you want to get into something, it's actually good that you do a lot of research. I just felt
Yes.
okay. I have something I can deliver and can be useful to people out there. I've been told a couple of years, go join YouTube, join YouTube. I really don't know that they do have such rules. So I don't know. When I
Yeah.
started, I was just to just post and just leave. But when I got to
Yes.
know about WH, I have to tell my daughters that, oh, they said I need to do so thing. I need to get to 4,000 hours, and we were trying to work towards that. And during the holiday, which was maybe December time, November, December, we were trying to kind of do more. They would give
Yeah.
me some tips of what I can do, and I had to also attend other people's stream, or would I say
Yes.
program, just to see what it's all
Yes.
about. And I was learning in the process. But most times I do carry them along. One thing I'm gonna say is that if you just start out YouTube, they will find out in the house that 80% of what you're saying is about YT.
Yeah.
And it tends to get on their nerves sometimes. Like, we're talking, before you know, you say, "Oh yeah, I saw that on YT. Oh, that one. Oh, so YT." Like, can we not just have conversation without Whitey coming in? Whitey now seems to be between the family, like, who is this Whitey? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Whitey this, Whitey that, and you're always on your
Yeah.
phone, you're trying to edit. When they are talking to you, before you know, you're back to your phone. That kind of it kind of gets into the way sometimes. I'm not gonna
Abs-
lie, but having a way of balancing things and realizing that, oh, I think I'm doing something wrong, or they are complaining. You have
yeah.
to have a feedback, reassess, and see if you need to work on something to keep your family.
Absolutely. I like what you said, especially around yes, the conversation, especially in a household, becomes YT, YT, YT. Sometimes
Mm.
it even becomes, who is this YT, and why are they more important in this house? And you have like an amazing reaction here from Nan Musa, for example, says that's why she does her live streams like very late in the night, because again, she doesn't want to encroach on that family time. And then Helen here is like one of my newest supporters. Guys can check out. Helen says the late nights is quite a challenge, and sometimes they don't understand. Um, when we started maybe to get into a space such as like YouTube, for example, most of
Mm-hmm.
us didn't like foresee that we'll actually have to do things like you say. I like what you said about you have to support other people. You have to be in other people's sometimes broadcasts, which takes a lot of time. You have to be. You can't just be like making content. You have to also do some bit of networking, and sometimes that also means you get to know a lot of people, because YT actually opens you up to a whole new world. So you tend to know other people across the world like crazy. And sometimes that can also be, you have your family there, or you have your partner there, or your spouse, or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend. Maybe they get jealous in some sort of ways, like, who is this that you're speaking to very nicely? Like, who is that is smiling at you? Or maybe somebody even comes, Gorex, and tells you, Mama, you're so beautiful today. And your husband maybe is just hiding there on the live stream, because trust me, guys, your spouse follows your channel. Even if they don't talk, they're always there hiding in the bush, following, and even reading what people are saying to you. So I mean, how do you like navigate that, for example? Because that also becomes like an area of friction, because you tend to know all these people that even your partner knows that they've never met them. But now like, oh, let me speak to Momo. Like, I do know, because my partner knows, like, my partner kind of knows like everybody. It's like, oh, let me speak to Momo now. Let me speak. Like, it's so natural. But these are people that have maybe they've never even met before. So how do you navigate this? You get to meet new people, and also like your partner also maybe has to deal with the fact that who are these new people that Gorex is talking to?
Yeah, I think we have to be very observant with their body language, because sometimes
Yeah,
they don't want to hurt you with their words, knowing that you seems to be happy recently,
yeah,
or you're smiling. When you're using your phone and sometimes you're typing, you're just
yeah,
they'll be wondering what's funny. And so you sometimes, if you also kind of being conscious, you tell them, oh, I'm responding to so person's message.
yeah,
And you just make sure you let your, and would I say, answer to be more free, so if anyone want to pick it up wherever and take. But
yeah. Hey, Lati.
communication is one of the
Yeah.
key. It's good to communicate.
Communication.
Don't assume they will know. That's the thing. At a stage, I'll feel, oh, I'm doing YouTube. I told him in the morning, I'm typing. You should know that maybe I'm responding to them. I will kind of
Yeah,
remember I need to communicate that. The other time I was responding, oh, I got a comment, so thing. Someone come to my inbox. Communication, and I sometimes I give him feedback myself without him asking. We don't always have to
yes,
wait for them to ask. I give him feedback about some progress. or I had to join some people's channel. I said the way they do things is quite different from mine. I don't know how to do it. Initially, when I started, I wasn't showing. I don't do camera. I only do my voice. I don't feel comfortable, coming on
Yes.
camera. But when WH comes in, I had to push myself to do it. And I think my first camera one was when Davido lost a son, so it got me emotional. So I had to. So
Yeah.
I had to tell him what happened during the day. So he went back to go and check it. I was communicating. Then he would take his time as well
Yes.
to go in and check. Then he would tell me sometimes, "Oh, you shouldn't have done this. So I think next time you should do this." Or maybe you said something that I don't think is right, or you should have constructed it in a different way. And I'm like, okay, I'm still learning. So with also connecting with other people, he is intentional. You need to be intentional about it, and it shouldn't be something like, oh, I'm expecting them back all the time, but also going there that you're going to learn. Because if you have a mindset of you're going to learn somewhere, you're going on the learning path, you will see so many things you need to learn. Maybe the way people are dropping messages, some things that you don't understand, you might be able to ask questions. But it does help me, and I tend to have some, would I say, online family apart from the family that we have in the house. I do have
Yeah.
online family that you can always see them, and they cheer you up.
Absolutely. Hey Laila, how you doing? That's like family. I've seen my family on the chat, so I have to say hi to them. And then you have an amazing observation from Momo. I want to just answer this real quick. It's very funny because Momo is always joking sometimes, but sometimes she's very serious. So she just posted this. Um, I gave up on late nights. These days we must sleep by 9 p.m. I had to choose between YouTube and my cuddles.
Yes.
Look at this. Yeah. And then
Yeah,
Musisi
it's
Kizito
very important.
says, yeah. Musisi
Should I
Kizito
go
says
ahead?
the nighttime was always my best time because in Uganda all the distractions are off. Yes, you
Hmm.
can react to that, GC.
Yeah, it's very important to take your sleep, um,
Yeah.
take it passionately, because if you're losing sleep, yeah, it's going to affect your reaction to maybe some negative comments or people out
Yeah.
there, or when you go to out to work. So you're
Yes.
doing YT, you have a family, you've got friends. Then when you get to work, one way or the
Yeah.
other, someone might kind of annoy you, or they too might be grumpy from home. Two grumpy people jam, the reaction
Yeah.
might sparkle, it might spark a lot of. So you need to take your sleep very important. Else, you wouldn't want to tell the story that you come to YT and be asking and be saying, "Oh, I got sacked," or "I messed up." So it's very important that you take your,
Yeah.
and it can affect your health in a way. If you don't sleep well and you're even driving, you don't know what's going to
Yeah.
happen. When you're even driving, your mouth might be away while you're driving to your destination, or obviously having conversation with other people. So it's good to have enough sleep. Though you want to edit sometimes at night, you don't want them to start hearing your voice, that you keep repeating it, cutting it, joining it together.
Yeah.
You have those times that you must have tried. I've tried that. I've seen some that maybe it doesn't work for me, because I have a very light sleeper as well. That any single drop there, they're already getting or going to toilet or going downstairs. Sometimes I want to do
Yeah.
it when I'm on break at work or something. You will try to find out what works for you, but you would have tried one stage to the other. If one doesn't work, you want to try the other, but don't force it. Especially your sleep is very important, and the sleep for your family as well is important. You might not feel sleepy, you might have that energy, but if while you're trying to record or edit, if it's getting into their sleep, they
Yeah.
will not find it funny anymore. They will even be praying the white close up so that they can have their peace.
Nice. There's you have a JMC who is on your channel. If you're following from Gorex Corner, thank you so much. Give her a thumbs up. You say I can't do YT at night because I love sleeping early, because I might wake up at 2 a.m. and won't be able to sleep again most of the time. And then you have two people who are just joining the chat. You have Jason and Gina. Jason and Gina is a couple channel. You can already tell that's husband and wife. They've been married for like, I think they were celebrating an anniversary the other day. They've been married for years. So you have that one, which is a couple channel. Then you have Superfood Parents, who is this is Laquita. Laquita is the wife to Corey. They formerly used to be the blind guy, his wife, and their life. So they used to be a couples channel before they made a switch into, getting into food, healthy eating and stuff like that. So you have these couples maybe who have like a joint channel, and you can already tell they may not really have a big problem like what you're discussing now, because they are partners in that content creation process. But then you have a lot of people here. Frugal Mama, nice to see you. You have people here who maybe talk about, maybe I'm spending too much time editing, or maybe I'm spending too much time being out there shooting. Or there's a joke somebody cracked here last week when I was telling them that you're going to be coming on the live stream. Somebody said that they've burnt food in the kitchen because they are on live stream, and they forgot that they were cooking for their husband, and their husband got so annoyed because food was burning in the kitchen. They're busy on the live stream because there's drama going on there, and they just forgot about it. So you have this kind of dynamic. So how do you like navigate, especially some of these, that balance? Because Nan Musa says that balance is not easy. How do you like find that balance between content creation and also attending to your person and the family in a sense?
Okay, thank you. Sometimes you make some mistakes and you become better with it. We should know that we can't always be perfect. Sometimes the mistake will obviously push you up there, and you will be very sensitive to any. You have a research. You will research things. You won't know what I mean. You will know what will need to happen. If this happen, this is what I can do. So most of the time, like I said, I do tell them if I want to record at home, or if, because I wake up very early. Any single drop, I'm awake. So I might just, after using the toilet, I might just use the stairs and come downstairs when everyone is still sleeping, and just to shut the door and start doing what I need to do. Then I will leave it that, okay, I'm going to edit it later. And when it comes to some things, maybe it's during the day, I might want to get things done. Like today, I know I have a live stream, and I've been telling them, God knows how many times I've said it in the house today. I kept repeating it. I kept showing them the
you had to tell your husband, I'm going to be hanging out with Goga. So in case you don't see me.
I showed him the pictures. He saw the topic. He said, "Oh, so you're going to tell them I don't?" I said, "Oh, I'm going to expose everyone." So, like a joke. When I was in the kitchen, I was trying to watch a pot of rice, and we were just discussing it and what time it's going to be. Okay, you can go and have a nap. You can come back. Okay, I'll wake you up. I will not wake you up. All those things. I was having the conversation, so it keeps ringing because sometimes they might forget. And also, just to know if there's any football that is going to go on. When it comes to men, we need to know, if you don't want to step on toes, or you don't want another reaction even after your live stream. No, maybe there's a football, there's something, those sport that some people call it soccer, so that they do that is going on around that time. So you try to respect that part with them. You don't just take your whitey to overshadow it. So then I make sure food is ready. What food? I don't want to rely and say, oh, my first one can cook, my second one can cook. I'm fine, because anyone can come and tell me, oh, I'm having headache, there's no food, or the little one wants to eat. So I make sure everything is ready. Anything that's going to get on the way. The same way, if I want to record, or you want to see the very good side of them, just make sure everything is ready. If I buy snack, it's a way of bribing them. It's a way of bribing them, but at the same time, you're actually prepping the way, so they will like, oh, she's been nice. Let me let her be. Yeah.
Absolutely. I like, there are two observations here from you have like superfood parents. This is like Peter saying, I was always doing most of the grind on YouTube, but I put my family first, which is why I went to 2 live stream weekly instead of 3. So that's just her observation when it comes to this space. And then Jason and Gina, who are the couple channel, say it really helps that we are a couple creating content. We both had a full understanding of how demanding this YouTube platform can be. But Gorek said something very nice there, like, before you do anything, you prepare them psychologically so that it's ringing in their head. I'm going to be on live stream. I do that as well. I do that as well with my person, because I like, it's Wednesday, it is Sunday. I'm going on live. I start in the morning. Like, I start even, sometimes I even pretend I'm setting up my microphone table. Just these are the signs of live stream is happening tonight. Live stream is happening tonight, so that it's registering in their mind that, yes, I'll have to be away for like about 3 hours thereabout, just to ensure that I don't encroach in that particular time. Imelda, welcome. Imelda here is my channel member. Imelda always asks to say hi to the husband. I see her doing that when she comes to the house. The husband is very particular. So Imelda always asks, guys, let me go and say hi to my husband before I come and start helping you people grow your houses, because she's a growth streamer. She's always like putting that disclaimer out there, because there's a day the husband came on the live stream and we were like, we had to behave, because it was just awkward in a way, until she got him to calm down, and then we were able to proceed. So again, sometimes you have to plant it in their head, do something, start putting your green screens, get your water ready, just put signs that you're preparing for the live stream. What about the support, Gorex? Maybe if somebody would ask you, because I know there are some people here told me that their spouses are their camera people. Either they're their cameraman, they're their camera woman, they're their biggest critic. The guest was here last week, Willen told us that she always has to, she used to share the video with the wife. Whatever comment he gets from the wife, that actually gives him an idea of maybe how the video will be received by other viewers, because the wife doesn't make the content, but I support your craft. So whatever comment that he gets from the wife, that was always a big deal to him. So what would you say in terms of support? To what extent can you involve them? Do you get to set up your camera scenes, get you maybe some tea or something as your live stream?
It doesn't get me tea, like you said, but when I first started, like I said, I inform every one of them, and they give me their support, go ahead and all that. And whenever he watches or listen to maybe this thing, he will give me a feedback. What if I'm impressed, you're improving. They know it takes a while for me to come out of my space. People that know me personally, like JMC, they know I'm not really a troublemaker. So they notice YouTube is allowing me to talk right now. I really don't do too much of a talk, so I observe more. So they will tell me what they've noticed and what needs to be done. Yeah, he got me. There's this would I say speaker that I used to see you using before. You guys have to move it this way. He got that for me. He kind of mount it, clip it, do the thing. He went to do noise reduction.
He actually becomes like the production team for you.
Yeah, and he will say, he will tap it. He will say I should speak. He will go to the stairs. Maybe there will be noise. We try all that. I used it for a while. Later, I said, "Oh, it's too bulky." Do you understand? I said, "Oh, it's too bulky. I don't want that anymore. It's covering my eye, my glasses." So yeah, it does support. He tried to look for what I needed. There was a time I didn't know what StreamYard was all about. I just keep seeing, and I told him, I think there's a camera that is StreamYard. He had to go. He had to go and check. Maybe he could find, because and that's why I thought the people use StreamYard and the overflow of wherever you tapped in. Click button. So he went to go and be searching, so he has been supportive in his own way, even though they are not going to be on a camera. When we watch a movie, there are so many people behind the camera, the crews, the makeup artists and all that. So I feel they are there. They don't hold my camera, but they help me to set up initially. Then when they feel, oh, I now know how to do it, they can't be bothered anymore. But at least the mic that he mounted, he made sure it's well plugged, it's working well. And whenever I start, how I need to test it to make sure it's actually working well. So he was supportive. He bought few couple of things for me. My daughter bought me the ring light I'm using right now as a gift. So
I
contributing
like
to my,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
to the growth in with in their little way, how they feel equal, it will make me happy. They also want to make me happy because they see that it kind of boosts my mood, so it's kind of
Yes.
a therapy for me, like what was also given to me when I after my surgery. So they were also contributing
Sorry.
to make things work for me, and I don't want to talk too much into it because it's gonna get me emotional, but I really appreciate them
Fine.
for that. With some family, some might see their spouse as their cameraman or their
Yeah.
tripod man or the one that will clean their lenses. When things fall on the floor, they won't be the one to pick it because they're already sitting properly. They don't want to change their position. They will like,
Yeah.
you'll be
And
using
and
hand them. So all those things are
and
good. We need
and
to appreciate them for all those small
yes.
small things that people that love watching us cannot see, but
Yeah.
what they have done. Even when you're done after the camera, they will pack up. All I need to do is get
Yes.
up and you start helping me. How was it? And they start chatting you up. So yeah, my are supportive, though they are not the type that want to come on camera. So and I respect that. It's part of the
And it's
fun
okay.
value
Yeah.
that they talk about. Like, if they don't want it, don't force them, just let it start
Yeah.
flowing, but appreciate the little support they are giving to you.
I want to say thank you so much for that point. Let me just hold that thought because
Thank you, Bobby. Yeah.
we just got a blessing there from my honorary channel member Bob. Bobby, how you doing, Bobby? Thank you so much for coming in. I'm Bobby Jean. Yeah, that's my honorary channel member, guys. She's great people. Let's just acknowledge this for a bit, and then I'll. There's a very burning question on the chat. I want Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bobby Jean, for the amazing blessing. May your pot never run dry. So, Gorex, you have an amazing concern here from I Am Maria. I Am Maria says, YouTube almost broke my relationship with my partner and is only after the earnings, but he doesn't participate in the struggle. And you said one thing here about there are small things our partners normally help us with. I thank my partner sometimes for just even sometimes participating in the setup, and that kind of thing. It's like a very small. It may look very small, but it really goes a long way in just ensuring that you are ready to face the camera, save a lot of time, and be there. And sometimes you can even get them involved even in things like responding to keeping tabs on the chat or things like that. But I Am Maria here says, maybe the partner wants the fruits, but then the struggle, they don't participate or even help her. And now she wants to quit YouTube. What would you advise somebody like I Am Maria who has spent so much time creating content, building a channel, and now just on the verge of this, she wants to give up?
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Maria. I feel like I said, communication matters. The rate at which you feel they should understand, they might
Yeah.
not they might not get it that way, and it can be a bit overwhelming or annoying, but you just need to give him more time or explain to him. If you think, to me, I think your relationship is quite more important. But if you think you're feeling more fulfilled, I don't know what, the reason for
Yeah.
coming to YouTube and what you're getting in there. So if it's about the revenue, because I'm not sure if I get that end well, is he upset because of the revenue or the timing that you're spending? If he thinks you're spending more time on
Yes.
YT, is he spending more time on the YT? Sorry,
That's a
Goga.
good question.
Is
I
she
like that.
saying
That's a question. I am Maria. So you have a question from the co-host. Is it because you're spending more time on YouTube, or is it really because of the revenue? And just to give me that moment to put some water on the screen, Musisi Kizito, thank you so much for that super chat on Gorex Corners live stream.
thank you, Musisi? God
Thank
bless
you so
you.
much, guys. Yeah. And guys, please give the co-host also a thumbs up on her live stream. We are streaming on both sides of the world. You can be in the UK or you can be in Kenya with me. It's perfectly fine, but you can just sneak there, go give the host a thumbs up and just say, I'm here. Or you can even be some of you, your dogs have phones. You can be your cat's phone can be on Gorex and your other phone can be here. So it's perfectly fine. And then yeah, so Maria says yes, she spends a lot of time on YT, and that has been a source of conflict in the home. Yes, I think yeah, she definitely answered that.
Okay, if it's she spend more time, I think you obviously, like I said, is communication. Try to see the time frame, and maybe you ask about a struggle on
Yeah,
YT. It could be something that you might be able to help. And if you think it's also disturbing her mental health, as in are not even having enough sleep, because it
yeah,
got to a stage at night. If I use the toilet, I go back. One thing with me is once I get up, the fact that I stood up, walked to the toilet, and come back, I'm not going to
yeah.
sleep again the next 1 2 hours. So what do? I just pick up my phone, before I'll be
Go on
listening
YouTube.
to prayers.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Uh,
or I start going on you. So it could be where you need to come in to know that, oh, don't use it. This is getting into your ways and is affecting us. Let's see how you think you can help. Have that conversation with her and to see if she's seeing it from your own angle. Because the way you are looking at things from different lens, she might not
yeah,
see. She might just see it as like, oh, why are you not supporting my goals? But you are trying to support our goals and at the same time looking out for our own well-being. She might not see it that way, so it does involve you communicating in another maybe way to her to understand that you're still interested in her, but the white it could be taking a lot of time from you. Your relationship is suffering. It's not as healthy as it used to, though you need to give it time, but have a conversation with her and see where you can help. Then you might need to know maybe she needs to quit it, maybe she agrees to, or maybe look for something else. Some would need to give you just maybe, let's say, give me 2 3 weeks leave. Let's go on annual leave from YT or from any other thing. Let's heal the relationship from this and see maybe it's going to work.
yeah. There's a very nice comment here from Helen. Helen says, for the newbies, and nice to see you, AA. If you're on Gorex channel, thank you so much for coming in. I see AA there on her side. I'm
Hello,
saying hi
AA. Thanks
on
for
our behalf.
joining me, sis.
So she says, for the newbies, it takes a lot of effort to explain to the spouse or partner the time they spent on YT, especially when they are not active in social media, but we won't give up. I think that's a great observation. And then you have a nice comment here from my sister, Leila. Leila says, it's amazing. Me and my partner are both watching YouTube while having dinner. Then we move on to other activities. What other activities? Anyway, moving on swiftly.
Bedroom
This is me looking.
activity.
That is me looking for. Lila, leave me alone. Stop it. Stop giving me gossip. I'm busy. Can't you see I'm looking all professional on the live stream? Yes. So you have those observations. And then you have amazing comment here. Momo says, honestly, before finding my balance, my marriage was suffering because I found myself always on YouTube trying to be supportive in order to get bananas and WH.
Hmm.
I like these admissions because these are real people actually sharing their real experiences. So it shows that there's a lot that actually goes on in our space, especially in the world of content creation. Yeah, Gorex, I don't know whether you have any interjections on this.
Yeah, I do understand the banana thing when we first join, and maybe you have some 1 or 2 person telling you, oh, you need to get to, I think 500 before you can go live. I remember I wanted to put something on the community. I see other people, and I can write. I'm quite blessed with that as well, in a way. And there's a
Yeah,
couple of things I want to put out there, but I can't. So I was told I need to get up to 500. So how do I get my 500? Different advice keep coming in. Visit
yeah,
people, go and join their this thing. In as much as you just want to be that you're gullible, let me just say it, you're naive. So you just want to do what they say, and you might not know you're spending a lot of time on YT.
yeah,
Sometimes your partner, you people around you are the one who gonna tell. initially when they say, you'll be wondering,
That's true.
what are you saying? Yeah, because they are the one observing. Let's be sincere. As the way I'm talking right now, of course I can see the screen, but people are observing different things from, different angles, the background and every other thing. So they are the one observing. You might not want to take it. That's why it's okay for it. I advise that you go back and have a, maybe rethink, check, am I doing something right or wrong? Let me tune that a bit. Let me see if there will be peace. Getting banana is not easy. Getting your white tea is not easy either. But communication matters. During those times, like I said, I was discussing this step with my family, my husband, my daughters. They don't know what it is. I will tell them what it is. So I didn't know I have to do so thing. So I feel communication matters. If you have those who will be who are ready to listen, because some, maybe you've overdone it. So whatever explanation you want to give, they don't want to listen. They just feel, if it has to do with whitey, I'm off. I don't want to hear. It might worth you giving whitey a break for 2 weeks or 3 weeks and kind of see their loving. If they say that something is missing, they might ask, you're not as active. I have to do it because of you, because you're complaining. just just throw that in. You're
Yeah.
complaining that I'm always on whitey, but I have to give it. They might say, okay, let's work something out. I think in that aspect, they would have noticed you've tried to also sacrifice. We don't
Mm.
always expect them to understand our journey on whitey. If that's not where, it's not their path. The husband and wife that are in the same path, it's easier for them to get the struggle and balance things up. But if your people in your house, your partner are not on whitey path, it might be
Mm.
difficult. Sometimes when you use some terms, they're cracking their brain that, what does it like? Does it matter? What do you mean? They won't really get it, but you're trying to paint the picture to them. It takes a while. Just be patient as well. Don't always think maybe they don't like you, or they wouldn't like you, the success of your channel. Because later on in the future, if your channel booms up, they will also be there to say, "Oh, I'm his partner. I'm a partner." So
Yes. When you have to go to the red carpet, they'll be there.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll be there. I like that reaction. Rosaline, nice to see. It's been a while since I saw you. Thank you so much. I hope everything is okay.
Okay, I think maybe have network issue. Let me see if there's any questions. Where are we? Okay, it's back now.
Okay. Um, yeah, I got lost there for a bit. I don't know if there's any question or any reaction before I give Gorex a chance just to tell us more about her experience. Frozen Goga, hey Kisha, my channel member Kisha is here. Welcome, Kisha. Thank you so much. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I froze there for a bit. I just saw Gorex but she's a live streamer, so she's very. I wonder before she came on the live stream that what, she can easily take over in case I freeze and I disappear, so she can easily handle the live stream. Because she's also live on her show, so on her channel, so she can easily take this as a channel. Mercy Empire Africa, I hope you got home safely. Thank you so much. Superfood Parent says, thank you so much, Laquita. This is a juicy conversation that touches on a lot of truths for so many of us. But I have a call and I will have to come back. No worries, Laquita. Thank you so much. Please say hi to him on my behalf. And this Laquita and I used to have a joke because Laquita used to come here and start cracking jokes on my live stream, and I used to tell her, your husband will come and see the kind of things you're typing on my chat. Me, I don't want to get into trouble with your husband because he knows me. And it was like one of the best running jokes on YouTube here, because anytime she comes here, I'm like, where's your husband, before you start telling people nice things about and complimenting these men and gentlemen, and your husband may be watching the live stream. Something like that. So yeah, no worries, Laquita. I will see you when you get back. Let me see. Oh, I'm glad you're well, Rosaline. What happened, Rosaline? Did you leave YT? What happened? I don't see, unless I don't catch your content, because it's been a minute. But anyway, I will see that. I will see on the side for that. Let me see whether there's any reaction. Thank you so much, Kisha. Nice, appreciated. Tati Sipetitsa, nice to see you all the way from Romania. And guys, please give the host a thumbs up if you haven't already. You can also give Gorex a thumbs up on her house. I've just pinned the link there. And if you have any question, please feel free to drop on the chat. If you have any experience that you want to share, let me know. We can also drop the link so that anybody can like join in. And maybe in case you want to share in person, we are also here. We are open. We can drop the link, and then you can share with us your experience. Gorex, another thing then I would want to ask, and I'm very curious about, is it takes us back again to boundaries. There are sometimes being on YouTube, one of the things anytime I'm on YouTube, I have to remind myself constantly is that I don't want to share my private life on YouTube at all, because I don't know people. I know I'm blessed. It's nice. I have over 25 people watching this right now. But I always have to remember that there's a side of my life that I may not willingly want to really, put out there. We can come have fun. We can have mindful conversations like this. We can do some yoga. And there are certain things you go through in life, and you may not really want to put them out there to the public. But most people never understand this, because most people, and I think sometimes as content creators, be it on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, sometimes I think we feel obligated that we need to share a private side of our lives, just maybe to find, I don't know, maybe more validation, more approval, more thumbs ups, maybe, who knows. Where do you draw the line? Because sometimes the line is very thin, and this I'm picking it from the first thing you said about boundaries. Where do you draw the line? Because maybe I'm not going to bring maybe you're not going to bring your husband here to join the panel or something like that. So I'm going to give Gorex a 1 minute break, and then she will come and answer that question. Thank you so much, Gorex. I'll be waiting.
Thank you.
Yeah. So like what Bobby G is saying, let me wait for, she'll come back shortly. Bobby G says, I try my best not to share my private life also. It is not safe to do so. 100%. It is 100%. 100%. Does your person sorry, I got stuck there for a bit. Let me change my network. Does your person support your content creation activities? Like, does your partner, does your spouse, does your boyfriend, does your girlfriend, does your family support your content creation pursuits? That's the biggest question. Gorex, you're okay?
Yeah.
She's back. I give you support, especially when it comes to your content creation. Pretty good. Leila says, I finished dinner. All right. Okay, Gorex, you can react to the question I just asked. Maria, if you need Maria, if you need a link, let me know. I can drop it in case you want to like come up on the stream and share your experience directly. It's perfectly fine. Okay, GC, take it away.
Your question is boundaries. Can you repeat that again? Sorry.
Yes, my question is on boundaries, especially as a content creator. Where do you draw the line? Because sometimes people feel.
Yeah. I don't know if you can hear me. Is it okay for me to start? So I guess his network is freezing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what your family don't want, I would just say don't force it. I have a part that I wouldn't like. I would say maybe for now I don't want about my family to be out there, because that's not the kind of person I am before. Even coming on camera, like I said, it took me a while. So if they don't want to respect that, even it also involve children. I feel some people have children and they just believe, oh, because it's my child, I can just put them on camera. I actually said I was going to react to something like that I watched of recent. The child wasn't want to, but the mother was recording it and putting it on YouTube, and before you know it, the person got in trouble. So, if they don't want to respect that boundary, it might come to a stage where they will want to, because you're out there, I'm out there too. I'm recording and I'm giving one advice or the other and also learning from others, doesn't mean that I want them to know everything about my family, and I'm entitled to that as well. So as a fan, some fan feels because they are supporting you, they are, kind of following you, they need to know your private parts, your private life. I mean, if you don't want it, you can say respectively that you don't want this part of your life to be all out there. So, and you to stop bringing it out there. If when I mean stop bringing it out there, maybe when you're talking about it, or in a way you're bringing it on your show, then you're obviously inviting people to deep into your family. So if you don't want to put it in there, if your family don't want to be out there in the on camera, then respect that aspect. Else there will be a time where your life as well, they will also show you what you wouldn't like your audience to see. So respect the boundaries. Know
Yes,
what you like.
you have a reaction from Maria, who says it may be depend on the niche. Family channel should share every details of their daily life. Will the family channels share? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, if it's a family channel, I think what they want the people out there to know, family channel. I don't know. I don't do family channel thing, but some will show you every day of what they do, toilet and all that. Why some they have a limit to what they want to show out there. Is their choice. If maybe has demand for it
Yeah.
and they feel it's not something they want to put there. Some it could be because of maybe safeguarding, So because people are asking for it doesn't mean that you really need to give it. You need to reassess. Is it going to get you on the maybe authorities you're going to get in trouble, or you're going to be breaking some rules, laws. So if it's a family channel, if you've got children, try to be observant and watch what you're going to put out there for safeguarding reasons, so you're not being come after, and you don't want to start telling the story that touched the heart. So it's up to them what their needs are, what they want to show there. But for me, it's a no. For my family, they don't want it, and I have to respect that.
Yeah, I guess I totally agree. Rosalind says, let me see. I like their conversations. Rosalind says, since my son became a teenager, he doesn't fancy appearing in my videos. So anytime I want to shoot, I have to ask him first. I like that. Consent, even if it's your child. Yes.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Gorex,
nice.
that gives me that gives me like a point to remember. You remember there's a day I was with Gorex on a phone call, and then the daughter just came from school, and because we were doing the call on StreamYard, but we were not live. We were just having our own private conversation there on this, trying to fix a nightbot. And then the first thing Gorex's daughter asked her, "Mom, are you live?" and we started laughing. We started laughing because it was so funny how the daughter just walked into the house. Uju's talk show, nice to see you. Thank you so much, Uju's talk show. I see you there on Gorex's house. And also, who else was there? Yes, there's some people there. If you're on Gorex's channel, she's on my live stream. But and even Laurentia Nwana, thank you so much, Laurentia Nwana. I will see there. Mom is on my live stream, but she's sharing also on her live stream. If she doesn't respond, I'm the one to catch those comments. Yeah. So it was very interesting how your daughter just like said it, like, "Oh, Mom, are you on live stream?" before she like passed and went about her business.
Yes.
And we were laughing at that reaction, but it was a very real example of the things our families have to deal with when it comes to content creation.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So I
and
think
I
I
make
like what
sure
Rosine
also
is
when
saying.
I'm doing a live stream, I'm able to see when anyone is coming in, maybe or my son. Do you understand? Because they don't want to. I think there was only ones that I said he wanted to say hi to. So maybe you were the one, and it was peeping on from above the laptop, you know. So I take that into account. It's kind of one of the
Yes.
priorities I have, you know. They don't want to, and I wouldn't want to. Even if I'm on stream, I will have to say, okay, excuse me, maybe I'll mute, you know, so that it's not being heard. So
Yes.
and even as an adult, when they say they don't want to, I leave it to them. They don't want to. The day they will want to, they will tell me.
Absolutely, absolutely. You have another comment here from Laurentia. Laurentia says, Laurentia is on Bobby's Jean. Sorry, it's not Bobby Jean. I'm thinking Bobby Jean. Sorry about it. Laurentia is on Gorex Corner's side. Laurentia says, privacy should remain private. When you bring it out in the first place, irrespective of your reason and occasion, that is the first day you give people access to the affairs of your family. That's amazing. That's true.
Yeah, and
That's true.
also just to let you know that if you're putting them out there, if they don't want to, remember that you never can tell who is going to recognize them when they're out. They wouldn't want to be stopped by someone else to start
Yeah.
saying, or go rest corner, they will be wondering what's happening, you know. So if they don't want to, if you're forcing it, they won't know all your fans, or would I say people that follow you. So even reacting to people out there, they might not even know how to handle that, you know. So the reaction you'll be showing, maybe most times when you're on air, you just want to keep everything calm. But you can imagine if they're not in a very good mood and someone out there is saying go rest corner, they'll be like, I don't know you. What do you want me to say? So we just have to put everything into consideration. Someone is
That's true.
asking, okay, okay, I think you have issue with the internet is freezing. Someone said, Paul Irene, I hope you were not physically hurt in any way. I don't know what the question is directed to. If for myself, no, I am not hurt. Like I said, I do communicate with my family about my YouTube journey, so they know about it most times. They might not remember the particular one, but I'll keep reminding them. Remember, I said so thing. So I keep them updated, and they follow up. They do ask questions sometimes to know about White Street. There was a time I was struggling with what White Street is all about. My first daughter too was helping me to research onto when they understood what White Street is all about. That it's not really a street, but it's just the name that they call Whitey and all that. So I do communicate with them. I carry them along. They might not be on camera, but they are supporting back there. You know, they know few things in a way that I feel I could be getting on their ways doing my Whitey. Once I notice it, I give it a break. Sometimes I do some recording and I keep them, and I make sure maybe I will schedule them to upload later, so that you know I'm not always on my phone or my laptop when I'm at home. Try to create balance between
Yes.
them and myself. When I know it's going to be a family, everyone is going to be at home, we're going to watch TV, I try to put my phone away as well, because whenever you pick it up, every eye
I
is
love
going to
that.
like, they want to see
Yeah.
like, oh, she started, or you want to explain to them, oh, maybe it's from work. If it's my work phone, they will know, okay, it's from my work phone that I picked up. So you just kind of really involve you communicating to them and be more observant to give them their own time, because
That's true.
definitely you're taking from their own time to spend on YouTube. Well, if you're already doing YouTube before, cannot deny that the part of the time you took is their own time. But I'm glad some of them have grown to a stage where I don't need to babysit them. You understand? So, but
Mhm.
I still I still keep it coming. I keep the communication line well open and inform them well.
I love that. Anyway, Beauty by NG, welcome. I see Beauty by NG on the other side of Gorex Corner. Thank you so much. Beauty by NG, she's our mutual friend, and Beauty by NG, she
She's our
knows.
makeup artist.
Yeah, Beauty by NG. I know Beauty by NG is hiding in the bush there because I met Beauty by NG yesterday on a live stream, and then she was going to say she was wishing people good night, and then her tongue slipped, and then she said, "Sorry guys, it's been a long day. This daddy." But what she meant was, and then she's been begging me like, "Goga, don't repeat this one on your live stream." Because clearly she knew I was going to talk about it. She knew I was going
But
to
you're
talk
saying
about
it
it.
now.
Yeah, no, she knows. That's why she kept on like she really kept on like pampering me the entire live stream. Like, Goga, how are you doing? Goga, did you take your tea? Because she didn't want me to come and repeat it on. She knew I was going to like scream it on my. I don't keep secrets.
Bless you.
So Beauty by NG, you need to tell us, what did Daddy do? And does your partner support your makeup content creation? Because but anyway, Beauty by NG is always looking beautiful on YouTube. So I mean, it's always like an amazing different angle. So I'm sure anytime you step out of the to make content, they're just like, whoa, where are you going? Where are you going? And stuff like that. Laurentia here says, my family, both siblings and hubby, are aware of my YouTube journey. I balance everything. I don't allow one to swallow another. That's quite a good habit. And then I was saying, I'm so sorry, Irene, for what happened. I hope I'm glad you are safe. We lose things, but you always have. So long as you're alive, you will get. It's just stuff. You will get more. You'll always buy more. It's important to just preserve your life. But I'm so sorry about you losing your phone, your camera, and all your gear. It's not so pretty. Mama Ifechi is here. Ifechi is here. Mama Ifechi is on the other side of Gorex. Mama Ifechi says, Mama Ifechi is supposed actually to come on my panel one of these days. Ifechi is like our mother on YouTube. She's very wise. Like she's always very wise, and she's very strict as well, but in a very nice way, in a very motherly way. She will like correct you. She says, "Hey, hello, co-host and everyone. Hey, Mama Ifechi, nice to see you. What is your opinion on this? Because I know Mama Ifechi is also one person who is very, very particular, especially when it comes to activities on YouTube and how it like crosses paths with her family. So thank you so much, Mama Ifechi. Halima, nice to see you, and everybody else. Let me see whether there's any reaction. Yes, I like. So Gorek says we need to create time for our family, because if you're on YT making content, we are taking away from them. So why should we be taking away from them even when you are supposed to be spending quality time with them? So I think that's a very great takeaway as well. I think based on what she was just saying up there. And yes, guys, please connect to check out the co-host. Her live stream is also on her channel, so you can give her a thumbs up there. You can give her a bit of support as well, so that you can also like be part of our community. She makes amazing content. She talks a lot about real life issues. It transcends from relationships. She talked about boundaries. She's really big on mental health as well, so you'll find amazing content, especially around mental health. And now that's why I knew she was the best person to come and deliver this big nightmare that most of us are going through, especially while making content. Because some of you here, I know you are struggling. Some of you here, I know you're even hiding. Some of you have run to the washroom. It's like, let me go real quick and see what Goga is saying. Some of you you're hiding with your phone there in the kitchen, just real quick to see what's happening on YT streets. And it's very normal, and we do all these things. But again, we have to make sure that we are very wise to ensure that we don't compromise our relationships and our connections with our family. Gorex, another question maybe I would ask, and this is just putting it out there. So we've discovered that balance is very important. We've discovered that we need to establish boundaries even on a space like YouTube. We've discovered, we've discovered that we need not to steal time from our partners, our spouses, or even our families when we are making content. What about when you start, like there's that point where you start growing, and even your people can see, even your partner can literally see you're blowing up, like you're blowing up, like you're really getting there. Hey, Haida Mohammed, how you doing, my brother? Haida Mohammed is also my honorary channel member. Welcome, Haida. Long time, bro. How have you been? Thank you so much, Haida. Yeah, guys, honorary, you have to welcome your honorary channel members. You know, they're great people. They
Welcome,
help you.
Ida.
Yeah, welcome, Haida. Yeah, they help you reach the threshold. It's not easy. I have to whisper that. Thank you so much, Haida. Nice to see you. So I was just going to ask the growth when you suddenly grow. Sometimes there is where like life happens. Like what Maria said, my partner has never supported me when I'm busy slaving for the work. But when the results come in, they're there. Like they want to be part of they say success has many fathers. How do you handle then growth? Especially when you start, because that comes with more responsibility. That may come again with another pressure, which maybe if you don't communicate early enough may also like start even causing friction in a relationship, because it means you need to put more content. It means you need to like be out there making content and things like that. So how do you navigate growth, especially in the space of content creation, and how do we like make our partners understand this?
Okay, thank you. Growth. I don't know what some people's growth are, but the little one I have had, the little one
Yeah,
that I've had, I like I said, I do communicate things to them. So it kind of make me look like a parrot sometimes, which is what they don't see me they don't know me to be before. So
yeah,
like I keep everything, I'm reporting by it's like I'm giving them a report. So they're able to know. And when I want to maybe do something because I want to give the people out there more content,
yeah,
I do sometimes ask for their opinion. I let their opinion also count in what I'm giving out there. Sometimes when I do some recording, I'll say, "Can I play this while you guys are listening?"
yeah,
Listening to, oh, they would like, okay, it's fine. So I'm keeping them informed. The previous guy that came on last week was saying even the Tom's mail, he had to ask his wife. He will make couple of them and ask his wife, which one do you like? And I
yeah,
said, oh, I do that with my daughter most times. I will like, is this okay? Or is this spelling? Did I get this? Is this English okay? Would they understand what I mean? Because we do have different accents. I do not have the same accent like my children, but they will understand what you're saying. So I will ask them, is this okay? So I carry them along. So with the growth, they know sometimes that I need to want to give it to people to be able to, would I say, keep my house growing, the house, I
yeah.
mean my channel growing. So they know. So with people that have had maybe a massive growth, I would say please don't let it affect your family, the relationship you have with your family, because after you
That's true.
two, you have
Mm,
your physical family and they
yeah,
will
Goga.
always be there for you. So whenever they are done, because there will be one way or the other where they will need maybe to be spoken to, comforted, you know, and you're doing YT, they will hate that thing. No one, when we talk about jealousy, people being jealous, when they notice you're spending more time with something when they actually need you,
Mm,
that thing you're spending time with is what they will be also be having issue with. Meanwhile, that thing isn't their own problem, but they feel that's what's taking your attention away from them. So we just have to find a way of giving it that time and also involving them. I think in
yes.
general, involving them matters. Even if they're not coming on camera, their input, one way or the other, goes a long way. And I give them the feedback of the input, like maybe the terms when you asked me to use, it was nice, so I got a comment about it, or
Yeah.
maybe what they asked me to use, I do give them feedback sometimes to know. Or it's also to boost them to like, okay, to also let them know that they are contributing to the success. It's not only me, because it will get to a stage where you might want to show it in a way that I've been the only one doing it. But if they're also getting involved, you can get them involved little by little. They don't need to come on camera. Few questions that you ask them will help as well, and it will boost them that okay, they are giving the support. Sometimes they will ask me, do you think I'm supporting you enough? And I'll laugh because I feel maybe they're just
most
they
most
want to.
most of us want to be asked that question. Like, do you think you're supporting me enough? I
Yeah.
hope you're listening. If you're at the back row there listening, hiding in the bush, yeah, I hope you had that question. I'm not directing that to anybody in particular. I'm just saying. You
Yeah,
have
do
an
you feel
amazing.
supported? Do you feel this way? I'm like, what do you want me to say? Like, I appreciate the support you're giving me, but if I can have more, I don't mind.
You have
So
an.
they
You have
can
an.
ask me what area.
You have an amazing comment here from Ifechi, Mama Ifechi. Mama Ifechi says, "Our sons are men. They don't want to appear, but they are always also very supportive behind the scenes, especially two of them." And Mama Ifechi also says that the husband is very supportive, that the husband even contributes to some of the topics she normally discusses on her channel. And then you have a question here. So that I think actually it cements what you're just saying about the family. Getting them involved, getting your people or your partner or your spouse involved. It may not be like really full-time involved, like not a full-time production, but those small things, they can help. And then you have a question here from Mercy Empire Africa, who is asking, do you think negative reaction content attacking other people could affect your family or partner?
Yes, I think it can. And I did say a few minutes ago that sometimes you don't know the people that are going to meet your family out there. If
Yeah.
your fam, if you're doing maybe family thing, or you don't know people that spot their faces, or if you guys really look alike, they could tell. So how they are going to handle your fans or your people out there. So negative reaction or attacking could affect your family, but I think you should just also let them understand that maybe whenever you also get some comments, you let them know and also try to sleep on it. It's not all the time that you respond immediately. Some you might just ignore, and if they see that you're not engaging on that, they will let go. So if you give it back to them immediately, it could spark some reaction that you wouldn't like, and your family name will be mentioned, or before you're being someone else you use it as another content.
Yeah.
You know how it goes with some people. They just find the content to just do a boom, it's out there, and your family won't like it. So it does affect some families sometimes. So that's why you have to tread carefully if you know your family are not the type that will also like to be on.
Yeah, that's true. I just need to say hi real quick to a few people. Haida Mohammed, once again, thank you so much. I hope everything is okay. Mas is saying, JMC, there. I've seen Kechi Cynthia. Welcome, Kechi Cynthia. How are you doing today? There's Kitchen Avocados. Welcome, Kitchen Avocados. That is, these are people on Gorex live stream, so I have to make sure like I read them out here because Gorex is on my live stream, but she's also streaming on her channel. And then Laura. let me answer this question because it's just an observation because Laurentia doesn't understand how Gorex is streaming. She doesn't understand what's going on, so I need to like explain to her. Please,
Okay.
oh, is it not Gorex Corner that is hosting this live? I don't understand. So Laurentia, I know some people are so confused, they have no idea what's going on. So Laurentia, what happens when you have like any plan of StreamYard beyond the basic plan? You have an option where if you have a guest on the panel, they can also live stream on their channel. So what happens? Gorex is my guest on my channel on the live stream. So what happened? Gorex came in through StreamYard, but Gorex has the power to stream in her own live stream. So she also gets to benefit rather than just wasting like over 1 or 2 hours with me here, when she could be getting some nice WH on her channel as well by us doing this together. So it's a very nice collaborative thing. Like she's not wasted her time. Her channel has benefited, and my channel has also benefited. So it's a very mutual, a benefit kind of a situation. So it only applies when you have because the basic plan on StreamYard doesn't have this. But if you have like the next level of StreamYard, you can easily do a double live stream. Even if you have like 3 people on the live stream, they can all be on their own channels live streaming. But of course, you tend to realize I'm the one asking most of the questions, so you can tell really she's in my house. But because it's a house as well and she's part of the show, it's great. She's also sharing on her stream. I hope I've answered you. I hope I've answered you because she was wondering what is happening here. What is happening here? So yeah, Laurentia, that is it. Miss Priceless, nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Cherono Kemei, welcome. Cherono is my new friend, guys. If you don't have her, show her some love. She's all the way here in Kenya. Yeah, so I think I've answered that. Unless there's any question that I may have not seen on the chat. And Gorex is very good at spotting questions as well, in case I miss them. Yamune, Mercy, really. Yeah, James, he tried to answer Laurentia. Rudy, welcome, Rudy. Nice to see you, Rudy. Welcome, Rudy. And so on and so forth. Okay. Gorex, I don't know whether there's anything. I don't see any question on the chat. Maybe you can tell us anything else that you feel
Um,
being the host.
I can't find anything else.
Okay.
We've spoken about we treated the negative reaction as maybe if they are
Yes.
attacking your people,
What
go affect your
what must
family. Yeah, we've spotted that out.
all right,
Um,
cool.
Nothing else, but any question next?
Yeah, Dugaf Media. See you. Thank you so much. You're still here. Any question, guys? Yep. I promised I will not keep her. I promised. I just told her 1 hour. 1 hour is okay. So I think she's pretty much within the time. So yeah, now it's open to questions. I don't think I have anything substantive I would want to ask. But in case you have any question or any reaction, or if you want to come and weigh in, let me know. I can drop my StreamYard link on the chat, and then you can come up on the panel. And you can also just weigh in on this topic. Does your partner, does your spouse, does your family support your content creation activities? I put up a poll on my channel. I want to see how the voting and how it looks like, Gorex, so that we see what these people are doing. What is the experiences with their partners when it comes to content creation?
Okay. And can I also chip this in that sometimes your spouse could be fed up of your YT.
And they're not saying.
Yeah, they could. No, they could. They just can't be bothered sometimes. Like, oh yeah. So, oh yeah, they just like maybe in the morning or they just go back from and like when they come and they see you that you're already on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, they just like, oh God.
Oh my, here we go again. Here we
So
go again.
it takes a while if you're not on live stream, you can pause what you're doing and just go and attend to them. You need to show concern, like I can see you, acknowledge their presence. Else you don't want to start speaking English after the after wherever you're recording. But yeah, you should take a break. You can cut that off. That's if you're recording. But if you're on live stream, like I said, please do the ringing. Keep ringing it when they are home. If they are not around, is but when they are home, even if they are not around. If I'm off and I'm trying to record, I will send a message. I will send it to the group. We have a group, a family group. I will tap it in there. So if I'm on
Yeah.
live and they are calling me, I can pick it and just excuse me. I'm on live stream. I'm on live. I have to. Don't say, oh. I'll ask, is it urgent? One of the things I will ask first is it urgent? Because you never can tell if there's any urgent thing that is
Yeah.
life. I'm not saying life stream is not important, but I will have to tell them I need to go. Their life is quite important. So I do ask if very urgent, I'm on live stream, and they can say, okay, no worry, I'll call you back, or when can I call back? Or you can call back later. But yeah, sometimes it could be annoying hearing you saying live or YT. Sometimes it's a bit, they get fed up. But find a balance. Just go off faith. Try to take them out if you can, and not talk about IT. It's part
I
of, you find a way of bribing them in a way anyway. So
know. Because then some people will say, some people
for the
like
life,
I had somebody who said that anytime they go out with their partner, they are going out on a lunch date or maybe dinner date during the weekend, and then the food is brought. They're like, the partner is so hungry, maybe wants to start eating. They're like, wait, I need to get
I
my
need
phone.
to
I need to record this one because this is content. YouTube people, this is content, guys. I have to go eat it. Don't eat fast. The food is getting cold because you have to get the best angle. You have to get the best, like, okay, perfect. Now I have the content. And then you
You're
even
right.
forget to start eating. So how do you like navigate this
You're right.
situation?
Yeah. Last weekend or upper weekend, we were out, family outing, and okay. And when they brought the food, the fish and all that, and I wanted
Yeah.
to take the picture of mine, and they were showing me theirs. And they were saying, oh, it's content, isn't it?
They
The
know.
family I have, in a way, they're helping you, but they're making fun of you. So they
They
said,
know. They're
oh,
like,
you can take my too. Me too. And I'm looking like, even when I'm trying to take it, I'm looking at their reaction like, are they For real?
Because they can see you are itching to make content because you are in a fancy restaurant, and
Yeah.
you are just trying to say that this is family time. I need to be respectful, but content is, the content is just whispering in
What?
your head. Please, content, content, content.
Yeah, they know content. Oh, there's also, do you want to take that? Do you want to take that? It's gonna be good for content. I was like, don't, come on, be serious,
That's true.
Okay, bless them.
Miss Priceless here says my partner complains when I do any videos. Why? Why Miss Priceless? Give us context. Why does your partner complain when you are doing videos? Is it because like you are making your partner do the videos, do the shooting? Because Miss Priceless, is your partner the one who is always behind the camera when you are doing your nice fitness videos, or what happens? Why does your partner complain about it? Because what we discovered here earlier in the conversation was like, Maria was saying that had the partner complained because of the time it took from them, because she was spending
More time.
on
Yeah.
more time making videos than quality time. And they always say quality time is a love language, in relationships. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
Like
if
I said, even cooking, when you're cooking, try and
yeah,
balance everything up so that nothing is lacking. If there's no food and you're here laughing, doing, they will like, what's wrong with you? It's like you're putting up a two face. If your family is not like happy, they're not smiley, but you're trying to put on everything is perfect thing. So no, and with the what's it called, that it's giving the video thing,
yeah,
just find the time to do your thing. If you think it's getting on the way, it's
mm.
quite important. Like I said, because if YouTube demonetize you or they just close your this thing, you will go back to them. They will like,
That's true. That's true. You'll be
of
like,
recent
I,
YouTube is
I
not
am back.
okay.
I am back. People have been demonetized. Where are we again?
Yeah. So
or
complain.
maybe, or maybe it could even be one day if you're just bored. Like, I mean, we don't say this YouTube thing is forever, and I always have to tell my partner that the day I get bored of the platform, I will just walk away from it. Because things are very seasonal. Sometimes you develop new hobbies, sometimes you develop new things to do. And that is very expected. And if the day maybe you say you stop creating content, you'll have to fall back to your spouse or your partner or your family. Um, Thank you so much, Tati. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much for that. Nkechi sending hearts. Yeah, okay. Miss Precious gave us context. Miss Precious says he just wants to not have everything on YouTube. And yeah, Gorex, what did you say? This is actually what you alluded to earlier.
Yeah. There was a time my husband told me he wouldn't want me to use the children as would I say example. It's not like content, like, so, and I okay, so initially when he said, I said, "Ah, okay," I didn't say anything because I think asking question could be I'm trying to force it, so I just let it be. Then
Yeah.
later I said, oh, when I'm giving some scenario of something, it's okay for me to say maybe the girls, test of girls that, but I won't mention name, but I will be kind of more, I will be cautious of the way I bring out message out there. And we agreed on what to do. So what he said, if he's taking their space,
Yeah.
just work on something. YouTube will always be there. YouTube will be there, but if you lose someone, when I mean relationship, it would take the time you use in building that relationship. YouTube
Mm,
will use the little time to take it, and for you to build it back, they might
that's
not want to. It will get to a stage where they might thinking maybe you have someone else who is through the YouTube. You know what I mean? Depending on the relationship you have with your
mm,
partner, they might be thinking it seems to derive more joy with the YouTube people than your physical family. So before
yes.
you get to a stage where some men or ladies will say, take between myself and the YouTube, when it starts getting there, I think you need to let YouTube have a break. If you don't even want to type it on your community that what, I will be away. You don't need to tell them what you want to do. Just be
Mm,
away for a while. Come back. You might need to regrow your would I say members, but it what just giving YouTube a little bit break and build your relationship back with your family, because family is everything. You never can tell when you're down, when things are turning. They are the one you're going to speak with.
That's true. That's true. And I like what you said. And you have a comment here from NG. NG says that for her, the best time on YouTube is in the morning if she's not working. And my kids in school or late night when everyone has gone to bed. Um, and then David Hunt, who is also my amazing channel member, says, the best time for me on YouTube is in the morning as well. David Hunt plays the piano. He creates music. David Hunt, I think, his activities on YouTube are pretty much what he does on a day-to-day basis, like because he's a music producer, and so for him, it almost looks like his career just extended towards YouTube, to some extent. What will you maybe say about that? Because that will also be a nice. There are people whose channels have that very nice. There are people who are very nice. How do I explain it? It's a very nice. They like YouTube, beat YouTube or beat their career. They kind of cross, and it becomes content. Like for example, I'm a yoga teacher. So, and when I decide to post content about yoga, you can see the lines there are very thin because it's kind of my vocation and my content creation crossing paths. And there are people who have that. There are people who have that really that unique. I think they enjoy that unique privilege, which most of us may not have. So
I think what you're trying different things. You can't just get stuck in one, especially if you're a family person, or try this time. If it doesn't work, try that time. It's the same way when we're nurturing children. You try different method. If this doesn't work, that might work for them. It might work for the other. A parent might say, oh, I just told my children they should go to toilet, and they just get potty trained, and that's all. Why some you need to keep taking them more often before they get used to it. So try different methods, see the one that works for you, and based on maybe wherever you're creating, some, like you said, it comes in between. You will see that there are some of your the content that you do that maybe is attracting more of your it attracts more, would I say, viewers. Maybe people are more interested in it. So if that's what you want to give out more, if you think that's giving out more is going to take more of your family time, I don't know, you might need to sleep on it. You might need to discuss it with your family as well. That look at it. I think you what you showing them as well. You know, at the peaceful time when you guys are in a calm time, maybe you just woke up and you guys in chatty, you can start showing them this is this, so they see. Even if they don't give you response later, one thing I know with my husband is he will tell me later. I will just suddenly say, I'm going to support you. So even when I told you about the camera, I was nagging about it. Then he just said one day, just say, I'm going to get you the mic. Yeah, he said, I'm going to get it. And when he bought the thing, it was big. I saw the box. I thought, I'm just starting. This one is for the professionals, So at least because I was, I gave it time. I discussed with him. I showed him things, and if his research, like, okay, I think this will be best.
Yeah.
So I was not the one now complaining that, oh, it's for the professionals. I'm just a beginner, blah, blah, blah. We will always complain, but try and communicate with them. Let them know this is what is selling right now. People like this part of me, and I want to give it. Do you think it's okay? If they say, oh, don't, I'm not involved, I'm not this one, don't just rush into it. That's my own contribution. I can't really decide what they would do, but for me, I think I will give it a bit of break and sleep on it and keep discussing with them before I carry on.
That's a good thing. And thank you so much, Kick Back and Grow. That's my amazing channel member as well. Thank you so much for coming in. You have an amazing comment as well from Cherono. Cherono says I think Cherono pretty much just sums up what you just said. It's okay, but if you do it full time as a professional, it gets a bit difficult. And I think that's why you say you need to sleep on it. And then Mercy Empire is just cracking a joke here that yes, my partner, the question, we spend quality time together with them watching Goga. At the moment, they are watching and laughing. Okay. I am glad that Mercy Empire and the partner are busy watching the live stream and they are laughing. That is good. That's good quality time. Have you given me a thumbs up? Have you taken your partner's phone so that they can give me a thumbs up? I always tell you people that, guys, if I can't get thumbs ups, you take your partner's phone and you go to my channel. They may not have connected to me. Take their phone, go to my channel, open this live stream, give me a thumbs. We need 70 thumbs ups before we leave the show. So we have like 20 more to go. So get their phone. If your husband or your wife is right next to you, just take their phone now
They'll
and then
start
give me a
seeing
thumbs up.
it on the phone.
Yeah, they won't
Sometimes
know. Yeah.
on Sunday, sometimes I might just be on, maybe I've gone upstairs, I will be in bed and I'll just put it on TV, watching, your Sunday live stream goes on.
Yes.
You know how I you type, I will say, Goga, you are not go, you've not go. So it takes for like long, I'll just leave it there and let it keep talking. So even if he's in there, he will be listening. Sometimes like, who's this guy? Is this guy?
Especially
I'm
if I
like,
call.
he was like, it's not the one the last week Sunday. I said, there is the one, it's the same one. Oh, okay. So sometimes you write Sunday, is it Sunday service or so, at the background. And he sees it. So he's thinking, we're not doing biblical things. How come?
you know, Gorex what inspired this topic, and that's why I said I had to bring you up. Lady Posh, she's also our mutual friend. She's in the UK as
Yeah.
well. Lady Posh, you have Rebecca Le Prince. So Lady Posh one day I was on her live stream and then she told me, Goga, like I'm in problems with my husband because of you. And I was like, what did I do? So my husband found me my husband found me doing those things that you're normally doing, those exercises. And then my husband starts asking me, who is this man? Who is And then I had to start explaining to my husband, like, this is Goga, this is my brother from Kenya. He teaches us how to be fit and flexible. And until now, my husband like knows you. So anytime my husband is like, where is that Goga? I have not seen you like doing those Goga things. And those Goga things for a while. And then Rebecca Mleprince said that there's a day the husband caught her watching me on screen. So she was like, when I walked into her live stream, she was telling the women, if you're watching Goga's channel, please don't do it on the screen. Watch it on your phone. Like, because I got into trouble with my husband because my husband found me watching Goga and I don't know what he thought. So it was like a very funny, angle to it. But, it really made me like appreciate that, there are people out there. And now sometimes when you are on YouTube, sometimes you are an extension of a family. There's a family who may be there just watching you and you are not even aware. So you need to also like look at it in terms of when people come to your channel to enjoy your content, you may be actually not, it may not be Gorex, it may be Gorex and family. There's like another maybe 5 people behind Gorex. And that's why sometimes be appealing in such a way that you can make Gorex clan join your channel, because that is extra support that you don't need to like follow back. They may not be content creators, but they'll be like, Mama likes watching this person, let me give them a thumbs up and subscribe or whatever it is that it is. Kisha here says, I think my family is jealous of my YouTube time. They are not used to me doing anything except catering to them. And then they notice you're spending so much time on YouTube. That is very interesting.
I think it also involves how old your children's are, because we're saying it. If you have people that have younger ones,
yes.
Sometimes I even wonder how they do it, because the one I said I have a gap in between is 10 and I'm still complaining. So you can imagine people that have maybe 5, 6 and they're YouTubers. It's hard work. It's not easy creating, editing, doing live stream. They still want to attend to the children, to their family, to work. It's not easy. It's really not easy. I think I'm just, like I said, I'm blessed that 2 of them and just, would I say, out of the way. So it's just one that I'm really dealing with. So maybe if I have like under 10, 2 or 3 of them, I don't think I will be able to do YouTube. For me, I don't think so. I give kudos to those who had that.
Yep.
I think Beauty and Nenji says she has twin as well, and maybe 6 children. Sometimes I'll be wondering. I think I would have gone. So I see some people and I'm like, oh, they're really trying.
Some people really try.
Your family that you said maybe they're jealous. It might be the time you're giving to YouTube. Just keep talking to them about it. Yeah, keep getting their feedback more often. They would like to also make you happy.
That's true. Get the feedback. Yeah, I think that's a great point. I don't know if anybody on the chat has any particular question or reaction on maybe what we may not have like discussed. So I'm going to ask Gorex one controversial question. Anytime you know these YouTube streets and content creation, one of the biggest Mercy Empire, noted Mercy Empire. Um, I know Mercy has these fancy dogs and stuff as well, so it's fine. They're family. Yeah. So one of the biggest things that when you speak to YouTubers, they always talk about how they don't get support from their family. Especially, like the struggle on YouTube sometimes is to get the 1K, 4K, and then they will tell you that even when they were trying to look for subscribers, they didn't get any. None of their we already have enough drama getting subscribers from our office, maybe our colleagues, or even our friends from high school, or even Facebook. Sometimes, I remember when I started my YouTube channel, I was like, oh, I'm very famous on Facebook. This will be very easy. I will just go post my channel there, and all these people will jump and support me because they give me a lot of likes and everything. But that didn't happen, including my family members, And I'm like, they're there. They see my activities on YouTube streets, but they not necessarily support. They may not necessarily, you may not necessarily see them coming in on the charts, coming in on the comments, and it's just a reality. What would you maybe advise in that way? Because I know some people get so angry that their family members are not even subscribed to their channel. Yet there's a lady who was telling me that I sit next to my partner and I see my partner is really following a certain channel there, but they never support my channel. But every day I see my partner, they're busy clicking and enjoying this channel, getting notifications. But mine, zero. I've never even seen them even come to visit. I have to remind them that I exist on YouTube streets. What do you have? What's your take on this? Because it's a thing that that a lot of people say, and Miss Price is agreeing here that friends and family do not support your YouTube channel. But the day you become famous, you go viral and you are giving autographs and stuff, they'll be like, oh yeah, we knew, yeah, we've always been, of course, behind the scenes. They will say that they always supported you behind the scenes. But getting our people to support our YouTube channels, how do we do this?
Oh, someone just gave a super chat. So before I start, can we?
Oh my goodness, Haida, this is not really necessary, but guys, we are blessed. My honorary channel member just gave us our super blessing. Let us acknowledge this. We were bought coffee. Gorex and I have been bought coffee here by my amazing channel member. This is a lot, Haida. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let me acknowledge, guys. We'll acknowledge. Let's put water on the screen. I like how Musisi says it. Let's put water on the screen. Putting water on the screen is acknowledging the blessing.
Amen.
He's dancing. Even Gorex was dancing to this. You are all like, okay, let's do it again.
Amen.
May your pot never run dry. Haida, thank you so much for that amazing blessing to this space. Thank you so much. Sometimes I always say I don't deserve you people, but Haida's always been support. Guys, if you don't have Haida, let me just, even Nightbot knows Haida, by the way. He's my honorary channel member. You can find him on my homepage. His channel is pinned up there on my homepage, so you can check him out there. Now I can literally root for him. Go check him out. He won't even bore you with content. He posts content only when he's traveling to fancy places. He hasn't been on YT for a while. He took a slight break. But you will enjoy his content because he's always traveling when he has a moment. And yeah, you'll enjoy his content out there. I was talking his channel some time back. I was asking, where are you? I can't see you. I don't see you posting any new videos. So it's really nice to see him on the space. Thank you so much, Aida. Yes, Gorex, you have an answer ahead of you. As Miss Prices here says, people who have people you have on Facebook and Instagram also won't support. That's true.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Gorex, take it away.
So I think before I started, I've already made up my mind. I'm not inviting family except the family in my house. You know, we have extended family because I am the type that I take time to, I don't know how to, I take time to read people, and
Mm,
I would like to give you reason why you did something wrong before I take offense. So if I see someone does something, I want to find it. Oh, maybe the person is not in a good mood. I don't instantly want to take offense, but I want to. So I don't want something that's going to maybe spoil the mood, or family, my immediate family will notice that. Oh, how come your other friend is not supporting you? I wouldn't want to choke my thing
mm,
onto them. And I also think of something. I think of my work, my line of work. I wouldn't want to process tomorrow if they say teeth and tongue, they do have a fight. Some people are not that mature that whenever things are not well, they tend to want to take it out on what is going to be personal, maybe something that they know that when they pinch you is going to hit you on your bone marrow. So I was very, very careful. I don't do all that. I don't share my destiny with. If they find me on social media, it's their own cause. Do you understand? But I don't go
I love
on
that.
to tell them this is my channel, support it. This is my best. No, except the
Please
people I
support, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, people that I live in with. So I do not have that much of, oh, this person is not supporting me, because I can't see them. So if they know, maybe my sister that knows, but every other every other ones. I think JMC was asking me at the time that what there was this my brother that, oh, does he not know about my YouTube channel? I said no, and she was surprised. I said no. If by the time they will know, if they go and check when she started, they'll like, oh, you didn't tell, oh, I didn't tell them. Find out. I wouldn't want a process where maybe I'm now noticing that you've not watched, you didn't comment, you watch it, you're watching something else. And also, we need to
Mm,
also remember that some of our family members are watching a channel before you open yours. It might be difficult for them to switch, and they want to give you'll be expecting them to give you a positive response. Some people, you would have heard some that will give testimony that, oh, is their own channel family member that are giving negative comments, maybe because they don't expect what
that's
they see them doing out there, and it hit them. I
mm,
think just ignore it. If you think your family members are not, I don't mean the one in the house, the one out there, maybe your cousins, your other people, your friends. Just don't let that get into you, else you might react whenever they do something. So just keep working. When your success come out there, trust me, they're going to be there to say,
yeah.
oh, I know. They will associate with your success. So let that time come. It's a
I
bit of a
love that. Let
training,
that time
for you
come.
to
Let
train
them.
yourself not to get angry, or annoying with them not supporting you.
Yes.
But yeah, just continue to train yourself. It's a good one. Else you will be angry with them, even when they will now want to ask for your support in other things. You'll be wondering in your mind, like, you that you don't support my YouTube
Mm.
channel. You start creating. I think it will start creating some rifts, because once you see them like, oh, so you're here to ask for support, my channel, don't let it be. I just wish we just work on that.
I like then Nan Musa says some people don't like growth for others, and then Mercy Empire says my sister is saying that when YouTube is paying us content creators, it should also factor family allowance fees for them supporting us. That's funny. Uh,
I
let me
wanted to
Gorex. That's
do
a
that.
good joke. That's a good joke there to discuss. Uh,
Yeah.
you, you are a monetized channel. Did you share your have you shared your salary with your husband? Did you take your husband out when you
No,
first got
no,
your
I
salary,
didn't.
your YT salary?
I didn't. This morning, like I said,
what, what do you mean?
No,
Yeah.
this morning, like I said, we were in the kitchen. I kept telling and took my phone. I was showing him the thumbnail, the question that you see has to do with you, and he was thinking maybe I'm the one that actually told you. I said no, you. It was just what you proposed, and I was laughing like, oh, I can relate. So I now told him how much I got paid. I think it was last week, and he asked me for how many
Yeah.
months. Sometimes
Yeah.
so you find out that
White salary. I
that was
know.
a bit and the next thing is for how many months, and I said, oh, um I had to explain. You understand that, oh, but this is what I plan to do with it. Remember, I was trying to
Yeah.
say, okay, I'm going to help some charities, trying to help people that I need. So this is what I'm going to do. And immediately I said it, he remember, oh, so we need to add social things to it. When are we going? So that's why it's quite important that you get you walk along with them so they know when that thing comes. But like you asked, I didn't share the money with him. I didn't share the money with him
Okay.
because I have I know what I wanted to
He,
use the
pro-
money.
he, he probably didn't even know the money. That's why he was shocked that how much again did you say? So it's probably like
Yeah,
wondering
yeah.
all
I
the
told
effort
him
you put.
so, and he said, it's
Yes.
fine enough. It's fine enough, yeah. But I said, oh, do you know that YouTube takes also percentage? Because remember some super chats and he said, oh,
Yes.
I said, oh no, oh, he said, oh, that the money they take is too much. I said, well, that's it. So he what I was explaining as well.
It's
Because if you're on one of your live
yeah.
stream one day and they are saying, excuse me, $10, $5, $2, would I like these people things, did they like you? did they ask the question? I was wondering, do you want me to
I
tell
know.
you that they don't like me? So you don't know the calculation. They might feel you get it every time you're on live, but yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it is what it is, and one day we'll have a conversation about the amount of money we have given to YT, and whether it's commensurate to the efforts that we put in as content creators. Let me say that I skipped a comment here. Once again, thank you to our super chatters, Musisi Kizito, that is from Gorex Corner's house. We also have Bobby Jean Lane TV. That's also my amazing super chatter, all the way from the United States. And then you have, of course, Haida Mohammed. Haida is also based in the States, but he travels the world a lot. I wonder where he's going next. I met Haida Mohammed through my channel member, Mercy Empire. You see these Destiny connectors. People just connect you on YT streets. And,
Mm,
it's always nice you meet amazing people. You actually expand your family on YouTube or social media sometimes because you end up meeting all these new people and they become part
yeah,
of your family. And we also thank Musisi Kizito for his membership at Gorex Corner's house.
thank you.
Beauty by Angie is like sharing hearts and love. Thank you so much. That. Let's see. I want to see the official Anne Maura. You didn't ask me anything, no? Miss Priceless is laughing. Miss Priceless, what we're just trying to say, don't drag your partner on your YouTube videos if he's not happy about it. Don't do that. Mercy is saying, Goga, my daughter just said Goga has reading problems. Oh my God, Mercy, tell your daughter I don't have reading problems. I'm just I just try to, like, how I amplify things. Yeah, but please say hi to your daughter for me. Yes, there was another question. I'm almost just on the tail end. There's another question which was also on kids, and we talked about this a lot. Children. Most people here, I think, have said that they have grown up kids, and that's okay. But I do know there are people sometimes who have to drag. And you said your husband was very clear from the start that the children should not be dragged into this into the space. And of course, he has his own reasons as a father, and yeah, it's within his rights. But sometimes I do know most people have gotten into trouble, especially because of putting like minors also on the live streams and things like that. And sometimes I liked what you said. You are very diplomatic about it, but you mentioned it that Your husband was just short of telling me, don't use my children as content. But sometimes kids are great content. They will give us the they will give us the views, they will give us the thumbs up. With a toddler baby, yeah, people are just like, oh, that's so cute. And it becomes a whole thing all together. But what will you maybe say to especially the family channels, because I know they really struggle with this, and it's always a very fine line, especially when it comes to the YouTube community guidelines, especially when you have a minor behind the camera. What would you advise, especially young couples who are out there excited about making content? This is a family channel, and also just towing the line between obeying the guidelines and also respecting your partner's boundaries, like if they don't want to see their children as content.
Yeah, I would
Because
say,
yes, the kids will definitely be content if they appear on camera.
yeah, I would say, like we've been saying, carry your partner along. When it comes to children, it also depends on your line of work. Like for me, even when my husband was telling me our line of work, so try to check whatever you're trying to put out there with maybe with your children, safeguarding issue. The one I saw that I said I was going to talk
Yeah.
about later, the child was saying no, but the mom was saying, come on, I'm your mom, It was something that was flagged because the child has capacity to say, to give consent. Like, I don't want to, but dragging the child in there and the child is not smiling, you're trying to gain revenue while the child is not pleased, is not happy. So
Yeah.
that could be flagged or pinned by others. You don't know people that are watching. Other people could be enjoying it, but people that's their line of work, they could actually take note of, oh, what this person is doing the first and the second time. They could come looking for you. So just be careful out there what you're doing. I think it also depends on where you're based. Like this place,
Yeah.
there are certain things you don't want to do because you don't want them to come after you. And when they start, you might not know when they start digging about your past, which you might not even remember
That's
to
true.
use. Yeah. So you would think it is the time they knock on your door or they call you in for they will just tell you, can I have a word? I do it, can we have a word? So you don't know what they're going to start with. And they're also monitoring your body language as you're responding. They might have actually even questioned the child behind you before they have a word with you. So you don't know. So just be careful of what you're putting. If you're using your children, people will say, oh, put your children out there, is content. I've watched a couple of videos where some people will say it's content. People love to watch children. You don't know who they are out there. There are some that the children they are watching, they have a motive behind it. So just put that at the back of your mind. You know where I'm going to, but I don't want to mention.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just be careful out there. If your partner doesn't want it,
Yep.
if
Yep.
you want to have a reason, you can ask them, oh, what do you think? Why do you think say so? Ask politely so they can tell you why they don't want it. Some could even say it's because my parent or wouldn't like to see such things. You can discuss it, and if when you can ask when would they should can I start that just have that conversation, but be careful out there. For me, it's enough. For me, for people that are doing it, I'm not bringing you down. I do support some that I see, if they're doing it appropriately, but it's not for me. It's enough for me, and I respect what my husband said. Even the people that they don't want to, aside the fact that my husband said no,
Yeah.
they already, I know they are not a camera person. Even in church, they don't want it. So why would I not want to put it? So respecting that also matters. Remember safeguarding. I don't know the area the people lives, what comes with them, but don't drag your family into a situation where you start having law enforcement coming into your family thing just because of you. So
Yeah, that's true. That would be. Yeah. Beauty by NG says, I have 6 kids, but need my kids out of my life for now. and then you have
versatile nurse.
Versatile Nurse Francis, welcome. Versatile Nurse Francis. Yeah, Versatile Nurse Francis is greeting everybody. She's on the other side of Gorex. She meant out of her channel, not out of her.
Yeah, I know
Beauty
what
by
I
NG, we
know
need
what
to talk. You started
I
with Daddy
EMC, I
yesterday.
think that's EMC.
You started with Daddy yesterday. You said out of. Yeah, Beauty by NG knows I'm coming for her. She says I need the kids out of my YouTube channel for now. That's what she meant, of course. Her
Yeah.
YouTube life is not going to involve her kids. Um, that's what she meant. Um, yep. So I think that's what did I see? Yeah, that I think was a comment from your house. Narrowing down real quick, what inspired you to start your YouTube channel? Gorex Corner. What is the motive behind Gorex Corner? Why a corner? Why not a house? And when did you start it? How old is the channel? And I know your motivation was around some of the life lessons you share. But yes, maybe you could just tell us that real quick.
Okay. So, Gore's Corner was inspired by the fact that I do, a couple of years back, I happened to attend some forums where, no, or would I say group where people come in with their issues, and people that maybe have been given some end of life conditions. So how we can motivate them, talk to them, how they can also speak to their families, so their family can be around them and let them have a very happy ending. So in that process, it got some people opening up, and I was able to chip in some advice, and that's how people would be saying, "Oh, you'll be good at social thing. You'll be good at social thing." Some introduced me to a group where people share their issues and you can give advice, and I was into it. That was how I started, and I was asked to start giving my email, so, and it was working. Then I had the WhatsApp group. JMC can confirm. So the WhatsApp group was about almost 2 or 3 years. People do send in some life issues. Then I will send it there. We start using it as a case study, activities of the day. That was when people were telling me to go on YouTube, but I'm a private person kind of, so I wasn't listening. But later, when those most of them, because they were students, were going back to school, the thing were becoming a bit boring. Then YouTube, then I was thinking of it. So after my surgery, like I said, that it was being said something that you can do, speak out and all that. So I don't just become idle, like a therapy for me. I was now able to use the YouTube as a way in, and that was how I come into YouTube and creating the channel. Gores Corner. It was my name. The Gores is my name. The Grace and Ore. So I just kind of myself and my children we make a form of the name, and they put on the corner for it. I wanted to use a couch, which I still said I'm still going to use in another thing. So yeah, but yeah, that was how Gores Corner come in. Like it's my corner where I will be discussing things and analyzing some issues. If you notice on my channel, would I say intro that it says analyzing for learning purposes, and where I could express some my view on things. So that's how Gores Corner comes in.
Sorry, I lost my my connection there for a bit. So it's a mashup of like a name. You said Grace and Ore, because I know your other name from Instagram.
My name is Oreoluwa, and also my baptismal name
Yeah,
is Grace. So yeah, that's how we make the G
Grace.
and the Ore, and because shortened name for Oreoluwa is Ore, Ore. So
Thank you, David.
that's why we put the G and the Ore together. The X is always something that
Nice.
people always put. My children, like I said, my young adult
It,
children help me with it, and that's how we come
uh,
up with Grace. And they all said, "Oh, it's a unique name, it's fine," and yeah, we go with it.
it's nice. I love it. It's very
Thank
unique and very searchable also on YouTube streets. What is the future of the channel? Where do you see the channel? I mean, as you keep expanding, what do you still want to continue doing what you're doing, where you are, you're sharing your knowledge and out there? What would you say that? And Mercy Empire, thank you so much. But David Hunt is saying he's not monetized yet, but he's almost there. But he will love to get the family allowance when YouTube starts to give it. That's
you.
fine. You guys end up thinking there's a YouTube allowance we get because of you people being our spouse. So like, yeah. Anyway, carry on, GC.
Um, Why do I say the channel? I still want to continue. If I'm gonna start with that answer, do I still want to continue? Yes, but
Yeah.
let me. I know some people will be asking or viewing like they do get tired sometimes. Yes, I sometimes I feel like should I let me just give it 2 3 weeks. I said during my annual leave I don't want to do YouTube. Just going to record some things and just start posting it there. But I see them also say asking me, well, since you're on annual leave, when we're not, why don't you just do some live, and the other channel, which just to accumulate the WH. I thought, okay, they're also thinking of it. So I still want to carry on. I still want to continue. My main purpose wasn't for the revenue, really. I'm not going to lie. But if
Of
revenue
course.
comes, of course, I'll embrace it. I'm not going to deny it, but it wasn't my main focus. So I think maybe that's why I'm not giving up yet. I still want to continue. Where do I see it in the next couple of years? I expect that I will expect that it should grow better than this and maybe have more community because I like to grow a community, like I said, also for
Mm-hmm.
charity purposes that I do have in mind. I have in mind of I'm a type that like to help people in my own little way, and people that maybe are struggling, maybe widows and all that, children that can't really afford school. So I've got reasons which I was doing behind when I had a WhatsApp group. I still want to continue with it. So I'm just trying to also grow something from here right now. I still expect it to grow more than this. If God's willing, it works. If not, I will just give what I can. But I'm glad that in one way or the other, since I joined the YouTube, I've gotten couple of emails from people saying I watch your channel or I listen to social stories. Some would ask me to treat their issue privately. They don't want to show on maybe being live stream or whatever or being discussed. But yeah, so it has helped me and it make me feel fulfilled that I'm helping someone out there as well. Everything is not about revenue, but when you're the sense of helping someone out there is sometimes you feel happy and fulfilled that you're not alone. People is helpful to someone out there anyway. So I feel fulfilled with that. I want the channel to carry on if
Mm.
God's willing. God knows when He wanted to stop, but for me, I still wanted to carry, and I still want to meet some fabulous, amazing people like yourself and a few other people that are on my channel
Amen.
supporting me. I still want to meet them, and I'm glad I met you because I can remember the first day I connected to your channel. How we talked about where I live at first year, all those things. I'm the type
Yes.
that. But I have a picture of when I meet people and everything. I
Nice.
do talk about Anita, but unfortunately, she's not here today. She has been a great, you know, she has created a great impact in my YouTube channel. She wouldn't know, but I was learning a lot of, clips there, which I wasn't downsizing. Like, oh, this one. No, I was there to learn, and I picked up. So yeah,
Yeah.
please,
You have a
everyone that
message from
me as well.
Aisa there tells you, nice of you, Gorex. I will check you. I will connect to you shortly. Thank you so much for that, Isa.
Thank
Yeah, Anita is amazing. Anita is amazing. We have our own jokes with her, but it's always like amazing. Now we are always screaming at each other's names. Musisi Kizito, your channel member, is begging to leave. He's
Thank you,
heading home
Musiki.
shortly.
I appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat and thanks for becoming a member again.
Thank you so much, Musisi. Musisi is very fast at typing. There's a day I was I think at Mama Ifechi's party or one of those things, and he was the one who was like taking care of the charts and typing things. So I
Mm-hmm.
was just like, just seeing his fingers like doing this because he was like he was on camera. It was so funny. It was so funny. But also very supportive. Thank you so much, Musisi Kizito. I really appreciate you, brother. My
Thank
amazing
you.
brother from Uganda. Uganda is just next door. Musisi, how comes you've not visited Kenya? Like you're literally we share a border. What is wrong? What is Banange? Do I switch to Ugandan and we start having this conversation? Um yeah, because he's really next door. He's Gorex at least is up there, like in the UK. So this is just here, just here. I can literally see his country across the lake. Just kidding, just kidding. Um, yeah, so I like that, and I like the fact that you're talking about your channel, like trying to look at that aspect of charity, and I think that's like a really good cause. Um, one thing you said about is like you've dealt with people who are like those life end in situations, that can be a lot mentally. And I guess that maybe inspires some of your content, especially when it comes to mental health.
And boundaries.
How
Yeah.
and boundaries. How about how do you handle, and this is just off the, this may be off the topic completely, but like those are very that's a very like a vulnerable constituency that you've had to deal with. But how does it like impact on you, especially as a person? Because if you have to deal with that at work, and then now you go back home to your family, you come and deal with people like us, Goga and the rest. But somebody who's like coming to the end of their life, that must be a lot to deal with. What are some of like the lessons you've picked, especially with dealing with this constituency?
I think initially I was saying maybe I shouldn't, or this part isn't really meant for me because I'm a very emotional person, and being on camera to discuss some things is, I will start saying, "Oh, can I just quickly go off because I don't want to be seen." But when I deal with some and I'm driving home, and I'll start crying, remembering some, and I have to remind myself that work is work, home is home. But it does affect me sometimes when I'm alone
Mm.
or I'm thinking of some things and I'll start crying. Even when I read some case studies, I'm that bad. I'll be crying. Sometimes my children will keep and ask me, what is it? I will show them and I'm like crying. So they know me, like this is, but I'm still there. So it gets into me. Well, it gets really into me because I'm putting myself in their positions and they keep ringing or keep flashing back. It's not easy, especially when maybe some of them are even telling you, I don't want to go yet. But you can't help it. You can't help extend their time of, you know, logging out of this world. So you just have to keep finding what to inspire them to, encourage them to tell them.
Mm.
It's not
I know.
easy, even their family as well. It's not easy. Why? You don't want to always shed tears with them. You just want to encourage them. Before you know it, you're into the process of their shedding tears. You're doing, oh, sorry, it's not easy really. So it has affected in a
Mm.
way, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I would say sometimes my
I
Facebook,
know. Sorry.
there's so
Yeah.
many of, oh, so sorry of that, and I'll keep checking the mail, trying to, but yeah, that's what it is anyway. But I haven't really gotten out of it too much, but I'm getting there gradually.
Okay. But do you
I
do
think
you
I also
get
like those
to
people who are ready to go, who have come to the terms that, yeah, I'm gonna go anyway. So there's not much to think of, but it's those that are not ready to, or maybe they have young ones, some stories behind it that it gets one emotional.
I know, I can imagine. No, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that, because sometimes people never understand. And there's a time we had Coach Merima here saying, thank you so much, David, for that. We had Coach Merima here say that sometimes we also take a lot of energy from people, and that's the reason I asked that. Is like sometimes when you are in the space of content creation, you're interacting with a lot of people, and sometimes I liken it to when you come out of a live stream. Like when you come out of a live stream, you feel there's normally some bubble of energy you have. You can't even sleep immediately. You
Hmm.
just need to like slow down a bit, reset, and then you can now get some sleep and get back to normal. And
Especially when they show
so
you
she was,
love.
yeah, exactly. Especially they shower you with a lot of love. But sometimes again, and the other time we were talking about it, because there's a time I think when you want to take a break and you don't have the energy to even to come on a space like a live stream, and people are just like, no, we expect you to be there, because maybe the energy is just not
Yeah.
right. That's why I was asking that question, because sometimes you have to deal with, especially with their sensitive work, and then now that's why I was very curious about that question, about how you get to like handle that. David says, hello to everybody of you is here. Click on the like button. Goga said that he will stay on this live stream until he gets 70 thumbs up. Oh my goodness. How many are they? Eh, How many are they? But yes, I don't want to keep Gorex longer. She's been hanging out with me here for exactly, I think, literally 2 hours now. I think it's about 7 o'clock there, is it? Or It's already okay.
At my end is 7:43.
Yeah, yeah. It's 9:43 here. Sorry, yeah, it's about almost 8 o'clock for
2 hours.
her. I don't want. I don't because I remember I was having a call with her around. I don't know what time was it. I think it was around like now when the daughter walked in and stuff. So I don't want to like. I don't want to like encroach on her time. She's already given us like an amazing 2 hours.
No, she didn't go to work
Unless there's
today.
anything burning on this topic, I think we are pretty much done. I will just ask her maybe to give us like her key. Sorry, sorry,
Are you talking to me?
Gorex. I missed your comment. Sorry, just say that again.
Oh, I said, oh, she's not going to work in like that.
Yes,
That she
yes,
didn't
yes,
go to
yes.
work
I
today.
missed. Did you say something?
I think the network is
Okay, okay, okay. No, it's fine. And those of you who are watching me from Facebook, thank you. There's a delay. There's a delay. Let me see. Uh,
okay. I think it's frozen.
am
I
I?
think okay, it's back.
Okay, sorry. I was asking you. Oh, you are saying that she's not going to walk in. I think that's what you said last.
Oh yeah, I said she didn't go to
Um,
work today. You know that day I was telling you that she was driving in, but that so I knew she was going to come
and
in.
you had
But everyone is fine.
and you had to check that your car is safe.
Yeah,
That is so funny.
remember? I
Like,
want.
let me
I
make
don't
sure
want
that
that to
girl is.
be me.
Let me make sure that girl is parking.
Oh God,
Like,
thank
let me make
you.
sure that girl is parking my car correct. Like, how do you find? I don't know when you left Nigeria. This may be now personal. I don't know when you left Nigeria, and how do you find? Considering having grown up in Nigeria and then having raised your kids in a privileged country like the United Kingdom, how do you find that difference and contrast, especially because I remember when I was coming from London in 2019, and I was seated next to this gentleman. He's Ethiopian, and he was telling me about how he wants to bring his kids back to Africa because he doesn't like the kind of life they're leading in the West,
In the
because if he
UK.
remembers how he grew up in Africa, he wants them to have some sort of discipline and structure in their life that he doesn't think they can get there, because as you talked about law enforcement at some point there. He said, my kids can actually report me to law enforcement. But that's
Yeah,
a, that's a, that's something that's something you can't pull in Africa, because we are raised very differently in the.
yeah, yeah. So thank you, Goga. I'm sure he's going to come back soon. So in regard to his question, um we most of us would like to raise our children maybe the same way we were brought up, but the law abiding. Okay, I'll charge it. Mommy's on live stream. Okay, good boy. Sorry about that. So most of us would love to be we would love to train our children or bring nurture them the same way we were brought up, those respect manners and the same way with the same way we have to regard our elders. But we have to consider the law of where we are living, because there are a couple of things our parents did. They got away with it. It was okay then, but the world we are in right now is not okay anymore. So you now know that if you do it, you're going to get in trouble. So just try to do it mildly. And he did ask, how long have I left home? I've left home over 20 years. So over 20 years, I'm not going to say the figure. And raising the children here as well, I try to incorporate some of the way I was brought up into the children. Some of them did not work. Welcome back, Goga. Can you hear me?
Thank you. Sorry, I don't know what happened. Let me just carry on.
Can you hear me?
Did you get my question or do I repeat it?
I got your
Yes.
question. So
Yes.
I've started. I'll repeat again.
Okay. Just hold on. Let me just carry on. I think you started answering. I'll pick it up. Don't worry.
Okay, so I was just saying, when I started, I wanted, so when I had my first one, I thought, okay, I'm just going to also raise that the same way in Nigeria, back black this thing. And some of them, after a while, people were telling me, oh, this was too much, this is too much. She happens to be on a cool side as well. So I started having a rethink of, okay, this is not going to work. Some would tell me, oh, you're going to get in trouble, the Lord, this one, that one. So I started toning down some of them, but I would say the first few years, the discipline you impart in them is gonna go a long way.
Yeah.
So just do it with caution. Don't overdo it the way our parents did it exactly. There are some that they did theirs because there wasn't law to stop them or to punish them for something. So when you want to impart some they try and give explanation if you don't want them to do something, do give the reason is not allowed or you don't want them to do. So it isn't
Mm.
easy. I'm not going to tell some. There are some that was for my first child, for my first, and the second one was asking why, and they would do the face like you're wondering. Your sister said agreed. Why are you? So it teaches you to also learn from them. So I got this from what few things I observed from them, that as a leader, you also learn from your followers
That's true.
because or from the people you're leading, because I'm learning their character, their personal, who they are individually, and I'm trying to use it to also know how to maybe converse with them, deal with them. So it isn't easy being in a foreign country, and when you
Mm.
go home, maybe some people will even ask about the dialect that they speak it. I even me can't speak mine fully, so it's a bit difficult, so so I swing some people know when it comes to my dialect, I struggle. I tried to do one yesterday, I struggled, but yeah, so just missing things up, just do things moderately. It isn't easy bringing them up, I'm not gonna lie, but I do let them know, and they've come to the fact that because they were
Yeah.
would I say born in that country doesn't mean that that's where I still let them know that we're Nigerians. Let them know that
Yes.
that just claiming the other side, like it will
Absolutely.
kind of help in a way, so that it's also for them to have a sense of belonging back home as well, and be also make our country proud. Not only,
Yeah.
oh, this is where I am. This no.
That's true. Have they visited home? Like have they gone back home to Nigeria? Have they
For them, it's
seen?
been a while. My my also has been a while.
Yeah.
It was when my dad passed when I went for the burial, and it's over 7 years. For them, they
Oh
were
wow.
still, I mean, years old. I was meant to go this last year, but we couldn't make it. Some of the wedding we were meant to go was cancelled, so we just kind of push it aside. But yeah, it's not easy. The, the train tickets, we had to go somewhere else.
I
I'm not
know.
gonna lie. What's like going to Nigeria? How many of
You,
us would? It's too much. And but if you book early, that's what we've come to a conclusion with
yeah.
that. We will book early, much earlier. Then it's easier for us to go. But if you're waiting for summertime and you want to book a month or two, it's
Yeah.
killing. So just going to
That's
push that aside. Yes, they have been, but it's been a long time. But she had a wedding with one of our friends, which was also cancelled this summer. So I think December she said they would do it. So she might be visiting before me, as
oh
in my
nice.
first one.
Interesting. I'm glad. I'm glad that at least you're still you're very true to the roots of the motherland, which is a beautiful thing. Which is a beautiful thing. Um, thank you so much, David. I'm not going to read. I know. David is trying to get me to read no okra because I don't know why. I don't know what
Yeah,
okra
no,
did to this
CrossFit has
man.
great person.
Yeah, I don't know what okra did to this man. This man is always against okra, and then he goes and he's typing there so that I can read it. And you see, he's even writing for me. Goga, you got a thumbs up from no okra because it's like you've not seen it. Yeah, we have a feud with him when it comes to okras, and he knows he's really playing it very well. Yeah. So Gorex, last thoughts. So last thoughts on please on when it comes to our content creation and our relationships, and then I will give you a moment to just give sell yourself, just give an outro before we release you.
I didn't hear the first part. Sorry, it was freezing.
Or I just meant like the key takeaways that maybe the nuggets, the last final nuggets you'll give us, especially when navigating
Do I
this.
have any? Do I
Yeah,
have
if
any? I
any.
think we particularly talk about it. Please
Yes.
be open to your family, your immediate family. If you're a content creator, make
Mm,
converse with them, let them be part of the journey. But being part of the journey is not only by being on camera. They could be helping you in one way or the other that
in
you
the
might not be
background.
counting. Like I said, something fell and you're already on. You could be giving them, some support. They are helping you to pack up. There's so many people behind the camera, the crews and all that.
Mm,
Appreciate those small support they give you. It could also boost them to want to do more. Even when they're out there, they might see a tripod and decide that, oh, selfie sticker, let me buy it. Yeah.
yeah.
So, the thoughts that count, that they will say, oh, we're fighting, but I can get her. So please appreciate the little support they are giving you. It might not be as you were expecting it, but trust me, gradually you will get there. And also respect boundaries. I will always talk about that. Respect boundaries. Once they notice you respect what they don't want or what they say, then it kind of help them. But if they see that you're not respecting it, it might not push them to want to support you in your areas. And give time to your family as well. As we were saying, YT does take time. Unconsciously you might not know, so listen to them when they are nagging or when the mood is changing. Don't let it get to a space where a stage where they will tell you pick between one of the two, myself or the
Mm,
or YT and all that. Just continue to be you on YT when you're there. Be careful out there as well what you're putting out there. And yeah, you can have a family on YT, people that you've not met, the way they'll be relating to you. And it's there's positive things out in on YT, but also be careful while you're doing that as well. We need to use our sense, and it's not everything that is online that is real. Some of them, is just being packaged. When you see me
facts.
on a daily, yeah, when you see me on a
Facts.
daily, sometimes, though I don't, because I have a short hair, so I don't really come all the time on the bar. Sometimes you could see me just do like this. So, people will package things for the people to see out there. Don't just believe it and run with it. Please reassess, check, see if it's going to work for you. Don't just make it the final. What people say, we check. Even when we're putting those motivational talk out there, look at it. Does it work for me? You don't have to always go with
Mm,
it. Because you like that person doesn't mean that you need to also go with. Check, wait, does it work for me? Or it might not work for you right now. It might work for you later, but not now. So don't force it. Those are the things I think I can put out there. Support people that you can. You can't always support your fans. I'm going to put that out there. You will try, and it will give you sleepless nights. When I wake up early in the
mm.
morning, sometimes I don't have anything to do. I'll start checking people's video and kind of support. So if you think it's not helping there, please give it a break for your sanity.
Yep.
Because if you know more, then YouTube goes on. And
That's
thank you
true for
everyone
yours.
for joining us. I do appreciate you guys, people that have supported in one way or the other. I appreciate you. And Goga, thank you. May your pocket never run dry.
Amen. You have to use that. You have to use that. Hey, Kumam TV, welcome, Kumam TV. Thank you so much, Gorex. I like what you say. Don't believe everything that you see online to be real. Sometimes it is just well packaged. I always like it when a guest leaves a punchline there, and I think that's my punchline out of the entire thing. Sometimes things are just well packaged, and then you end up believing like it's the gospel truth. Kumam TV, thank you so much. Please give us that thumbs up. Gorex is saying, may our pockets run dry. And once again, we thank our sponsors for this live stream: Musisi Kizito, Bobby Jean Lane TV, and of course, Haida Mohammed, who decided to break the chat. And I think the chat is still purple, courtesy of his amazing blessing. Thank you so much for that blessing. May your pockets for sure sure never run dry. And also the channel members, we really support that. No worries, Kumam TV. There's always a rewatch button, and that's really, I think that's enough. Yeah, so I just want to I want to now release the co-host. But before she goes, of course, she can now do her call to action where she sells herself and putting on her own solo layout. Then she can easily say bye or whatever it is. Ask her to come and support her house. We call that an outro, and then we can release her of the panel. Okay, take it away.
Okay. Hello,
and
everyone.
you have people you have Kisha thanking you there already. Yeah, they are going to start now saying thank you. So Kisha has already started the thank you train.
Okay,
Thank you so much for
Kisha.
sharing.
Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. Thank you everyone that supported. Some people that have joined into this live stream today to support us in one way or the other on the comments section. We appreciate you. Please come back again. Don't make it your last. And with what we do, please support us as you have the time, financially or morally, in any other way. We will appreciate that as well. And for me, like I said, I'm Gores. I've got a channel, and what I do there, I analyze things for learning purposes. It could be case study when people have issues that they send in, or some I read them online. I think it will be there's a learning moment there. I will bring that out. I share things about personal boundaries, self-awareness, how we can look after ourselves as well. Please check out my channel, and if you like what you like there, what you see there, please be part of the family. And you can also join the membership. I wouldn't mind, and to support me, I will appreciate that. And I appreciate everyone. I appreciate you, Goga, as well. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, GC. I really once again just want to say thank you so much for the time you took